Then there's Blink-182.
Okay.
We've got The Styx.
Okay.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Wait.
I get that. I mean,
Really?
yeah, only because like he started the parody thing. Like
Yeah.
there was no
Yeah.
parody thing before him.
He
and
was
then
the
he
OG.
had huge music videos that went along with his.
Yeah, he did. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't give him enough credit.
I know.
Yeah,
it's because
really,
I'm over
honestly.
here just like, I'm over here like, that. Isn't
So-
he like a joke?
It
So,
was
like,
a joke.
Respectfully.
No, it was a joke, and they even made a movie out of it.
Yeah.
UHF was a movie they made that Weird Al starred in.
He's come to this building before, like
Yeah.
multiple times, and I remember passing him and people being like, "Do you want to get a picture with him?" And I feel bad because I was like, "Nah."
Oh,
mean-
no, really?
Damn.
But like pop culture wise, like it was a huge shift. Like he is a big deal when it comes
Yeah.
to that. I mean, obviously they're all parody songs, so they're jokes. It's like what we do on the radio, but
Yeah.
he did it like,
Yeah, it's like,
globally.
Now
you
he's a
could've-
Rock and Roll Hall of
I was just gonna
Famer. I'm
say
like,
that.
dang it, I could have got a picture with him. Weezer is number 6 on there. Boston, and then Pink. I'm
Okay.
like, yes, Pink. Get it, girl.
Pink?
Pink.
That is so weird because she's still on tour right
I
now.
know. Snoop Dogg is number 9, and Linkin Park is number 10. So those are like the top 10.
Snoop Dogg's all the way down at number 9.
Number 9.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
heard-
why I'm like, Weird Al is number 4.
Now I've been out a minute, so you may have already said this. Linkin Park, I heard, is going to reboot. They're looking for someone
Yes.
to step in.
I did not mention that, but yes,
Yeah,
that is true.
My son hit me up. He was very excited.
Really?
Over who it might be.
That is so, like, it's crazy
Are there
to see.
teasers?
Well, one of the ones that people are suggesting are the lead singer of Evanescence.
Oh, let's go.
Which I think the dude, I know this is like totally off topic, so we weren't even talking about this, but I
Yeah.
think the guy from Rage Against the Machine would be awesome because they're not together anymore.
Oh my gosh,
So-
that would be really cool. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Sorry to
I mean,
sidetrack you.
no, that'd be great. And I just also love the fact that your son is like a totally different generation. He's excited for
sure.
Linkin Park.
I
I was
know.
like, yo, you're raising him right, bro. Let's go.
We're going to see Weezer this month.
Yes.
That's great.
My son's super excited about it.
I'm going to see Hoopastank on Saturday,
Yeah?
hopefully. I'm really excited.
That's cool. All right, well, we're going to roll the show a little bit different today, obviously. I haven't done this in a while. I told the girls if I mess up, whatever, we'll just keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Listen, I thought it was just going to be me and Ray today. I was like, let's go, Ray. Come on.
I'd have tuned in for that. That'd have been interesting.
That would have
sure
been
you
an
would have.
S show.
I'd have took notes. Let me tell these girls what they did
By
wrong.
7 o'clock, Jeremy Rice would have been like, get off the air.
Oh, yeah, we'd have rolled commercial-free, jock-free for 3 hours right here on XL 1067. Instead, we're going to do halfway decent Johnny's House
Yes.
instead. Weird but True coming up in just a few minutes at 6:05 at XL 1067 and Johnny's House. SZA and Saturn, XL 1067, Orlando's #1 hit music station. 6:20 in Johnny's house. A partly cloudy chance of thunderstorms today, high of around 89. Heat index of around 102 with a 70% chance of rain. I've been kind of laid up for a couple of days.
Yes, you have.
So I hadn't read much news, so I had to find some weird stories that are also true. And I saw this while I was sick, and I was like, this can't be for real. So this is just a little PSA. If you see something on social media, it doesn't mean you should do it. There's a 12-year-old who was hospitalized for seizures and cardiac arrest. Now, he is coming out of it. But he started doing this because he saw it on TikTok. Chroming. Did you guys see chroming was going around?
No, what's that?
He saw it on social media. You inhale toxic fumes from deodorant cans to achieve a high, which is ridiculous.
12-year-old.
Yeah, because he saw it on TikTok. And I saw chroming trending, and I'm like, what is this? Chroming is just a new name for it. People have been huffing stuff forever.
Yeah,
sure.
dusters, whatever you want to call it.
Sharpies.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
stop it, dummies. He's going to be okay, but 8 days in the hospital.
Come on,
He was in a
no.
coma for 48 hours. They had to put him under for 48 hours to get him to
No.
breathe on his own. So, yeah, stop doing stuff you see on TikTok.
Seriously,
Yeah.
man, not everything has to be a trend.
I mean, if it's like a nice recipe or something, okay, go ahead and give it a shot. But
Just not huffing stuff.
toxic fumes, nah, that's not going to be good. You guys know what the upside down pineapple is supposed to mean, right?
Yes, you're swinger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
sure? You didn't know that.
I did a sign.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was
It
like,
means you're a swinger, right?
Right.
I was
so
like, we're
that's-
baking over here? What?
That's the sign for saying, hey, I'm down.
We're
You-
open.
You
Oh,
down. Right, yeah. So now there's been chaotic scenes at grocery stores across the country. They say flash mobs of hopeful singles are starting to show up because it did go viral. And at these certain grocery stores on websites, you're encouraged to arrive between 7 and 8 p.m., put an upside-down pineapple in your cart, and
No.
go to the wine aisle.
No way!
Wow!
And
Yo,
so
there's code.
then you look around and you see if other people in the wine aisle
Yo,
between
Nerese,
7 and
do
8
it.
p.m.
Nerese, do
no, I'm
it.
not a swinger.
No, but
Okay, I'll test
maybe
it.
you
I'll
could.
test it. I'll test
So
it out.
at least one store had to call the police. There were so many people showing up
No!
with upside down pineapples in the wine aisle.
You know who started this, right?
The villages.
It was. As far as I know,
Yeah. Okay. So seriously, Nerese, go. What's the time frame?
between
can't.
7 and 8 p.m. Now, it doesn't say what grocery store.
Okay.
So you just got to,
I gotta
you know what?
investigate it.
You don't have to necessarily do it. Grab yourself a pineapple, keep it upright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pass by the wine aisle. Look
Okay.
down there. You see something.
Turn it upside down.
Flip it, go down.
You should ask your son because he works at a grocery store if this is happening.
I should.
You should ask him.
I will do that because right at Publix, the wine aisle is right next to the fruit
Heck
aisle.
yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
funny. And then, of course, he would
Not
just
at
find
mine.
me in that aisle. It's like, no, I only seen a Reese in here.
Nerese is just sitting in the
Just
wine
trolling.
aisle. She's not even going to be walking. She's going to be sitting down
The
waiting.
store's going to be closing at 10. They're going to be like, look, lady, this is from 7 to 8, okay?
Yeah.
Like, it
You're
didn't
looking
work.
desperate.
It didn't work. Move along, lady. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but rush hour no longer exists. There's no such thing as rush hour anymore.
Because it's all the time.
Literally. There's a new study that said rush hour now is all the time.
So there's
It's-
got to be like an opposite term for when there
It's
isn't.
just basically all day long. Traffic sucks. That's pretty much it. They say midday rush hour is now worse than regular rush hour used to be.
I could see that.
Because there's so many cars, because everyone's schedule is so staggered after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you work till noon, sometimes you work from home, whatever. So
Yeah.
before it was, look, we know 7 to 8:30, 9 o'clock is going to suck. We know
Yes.
from 4:30 till 6 o'clock is going to suck. Now it could be any time, they said. So now they said rush hour is pretty much doesn't
It's
matter.
crazy. The amount of cars that I'll see at like 4:45 when I'm on the road versus 5 a.m. is such a huge difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can see that.
Yeah, so it's bad. They said it's just the way it is. It's the new normal. So now it's not rush hour no more. Traffic just sucks.
Yes.
That's pretty much the gist of it. So we're going to come back in just a little bit. Going to talk about, I guess I could say it, I had COVID.
Yeah, you did.
It was a sad day for me.
Yes.
I told Johnny it's kind of like in the movie where Superman loses his powers and he starts bleeding for the first time.
Oh,
Superman
no.
bled. And
You got the vid.
I was hit with the COVID. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about anyone else that's dealing with it and what you've been dealing with. Because I guess a lot of people are getting it again is what they're telling me.
Yes.
And we've been hit in the building a little bit.
There's
so.
an outbreak in our building.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to go to outbreak status, but yeah. So I tested positive for days, and now I'm negative, and I'm back. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that next on Johnny's House. What up, y'all? Early in the morning on the live stream. I've been trapped up for days. I ain't had no one to talk to. And now I got things to say. The girls are going to see the light on and be like, what the hell? We're back on the air. Because we never talked to you guys this early. So much for easing my way back in. Johnny came in this morning and said he wasn't feeling well, so he was going to stay home. I'm like, heck. So I'm like, all right, cool, no worries. I wasn't really like the illness wasn't really all that. We'll talk about it on the air. The illness wasn't as bad as as it could have been. I mean, obviously, I know the horror stories. Mine wasn't that bad. I'm feeling fine. I've felt fine Monday and yesterday, but I wasn't testing negative yet, so I couldn't justifiably put people at risk. I wanted to be as mindful of other people as possible, so I waited till I tested negative, which I did as of 2:30 this morning. Ray's always good at this. She know what she be doing. Yeah, no, that was like the biggest the biggest like gut punch was that my immunity is now gone. So, 5 minutes. Yeah, the no more tiger's blood was the worst part. I mean, when I first started getting stuffed up, I thought to myself, this is probably just allergies. It was after I took a long nap. But last week was a crazy long week for me because every holiday week gets jammed up. And I was going to do a talking to myself episode today, so I'll save a lot of this for that, actually. I haven't done an episode. And then, you know what made me think I need to do it? I was on one of my radio station websites from another city that I'm in, and they're promoting my podcast since I'm on in that city, and I haven't updated it in so long. I'm like, man, I'm being promoted in multiple cities, and I'm not updating it. That's some slack-ass shit right there. So I'm going to rectify that today. What's been weird about what's been going on with this channel? We're all in the same studio. They went out the studio door. But other than that. Oh, I did watch that game. And then I rewinded it and watched it again. Sadly, Debbie, the truth is I don't know exactly how many cities I'm in. I know I do here, obviously, 2 shows, and then I do direct shows for Las Vegas and Sacramento. But then my throwbacks go to a lot. Like, I'm on another station in Sacramento that I didn't even realize. So if I'm going to guess ballpark, I'm going to say probably 25. Oh, and then Monday night, it got even better when Florida State lost to Boston College. That was a thing of beauty and put some serious money in my pocket. I was just talking to these people. You're good. We're back in 2. All right, I got to jump back on Viral Radio. Oh, wait. Sabrina Carpenter and Feather, 635 XL 1067. It is Johnny's house. I'm going to talk about where I've been for the past 5 days, trapped up, because it finally caught me. I finally got hit with the COVID. We'll break it down after DJ Snake, Justin Bieber. It's on XL 1067's Johnny's house on a Wednesday. Orlando's #1 hit music station. It's XL 1067. Johnny's house on a Wednesday morning, 6:38. It's going to be partly cloudy today. Thunderstorms high around 89. Heat index over 100 with a 70% chance of rain. So Johnny out today. So I am hosting the show, Brian, in case you didn't know. And I've been out the past couple of days.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been missed, bro.
I don't know if I've been missed. I appreciate you guys saying that, but I don't think anybody really misses me
It
when I'm
feels
gone.
weird.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It feels weird. I wouldn't necessarily say anyone misses me when I'm gone.
The stream definitely missed you since I unplugged something and they went wild.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Secretly, when I'm gone and something breaks, I smile a little bit.
I know you do.
I smile a little bit because not because I'm glad it happened to you, but it means that, you know what?
You're needed.
I am necessary. Because
And
a
it's
lot of
not like-
times I feel like people don't think I'm as necessary as I am.
No, and it's not like we don't recognize that already, but when things were going down yesterday between me and Ray with getting this whole YouTube stream set up, like we were low-key panicking. I was like,
Yeah.
what the?
Yeah, so no, I mean, I never wish negative things, but when they do happen, I'm like, oh, okay. Not on you guys, but maybe somebody else would be like, oh, maybe we should appreciate him a little more. But that's a whole
Yeah.
other conversation for a whole nother day. Anyway, if you've listened to the show for the last 4 years since COVID started, one of my big things to brag about is that I'm immune to COVID.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
tiger blood.
I sat in this studio surrounded by people with COVID
Yes.
and didn't get COVID. And there's been a lot of, well, you probably had it, but you didn't know it. And I'll give you that. But even my own doctor said, probably not, because there's no way that I had it and they didn't pass it to someone else in my
and
life.
then you
Yeah.
knew, yeah.
And then they also didn't have symptoms and they didn't pass it. Like the idea that I could have done that would be pretty hard.
Yeah, and you're very consistent with the testing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So when my son got COVID last week, I can tell his business on the radio. He's my son, and so he tested positive, and that's when it hit my house for the first time because my wife also has never had COVID, and so I was like, dang, I gotta be really vigilant about this. So I did put him in his room and I stayed away from him and everything, and then he tested positive on Monday night because he started feeling bad on Monday afternoon last week, and he tested positive on Monday night. So on Wednesday, Thursday twice, Friday twice, I tested every day to make sure I didn't test positive because I didn't want to come in here and give it to anybody.
yeah, you spent a lot of money on COVID tests.
$100 on COVID tests
Jeez.
just to make sure I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
That is my biggest fear. It's
Which
like
I appreciate.
the trauma. Well, Ray's got 2 kids that are in school, and I don't want to. If I give it to Ray, she gives it to her kids. I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And then you've got other jobs outside of here, Nerese. I didn't want to do that. Johnny's got a lot going on. I knew he had the big school thing he was working on. So my thing was like, look, I don't want to be like Agent Zero that gives it to everybody. So I tested like crazy. And then Friday morning, after we did our show at Lake Brantley, I was telling Johnny I started to feel a little congested, but we were outside and I have bad allergies. So I'm like, maybe that's no big deal. So I stopped at CVS and I took a test in the parking lot. And I take it because by the time I get home, I get my results. So I do my little swabby in the parking lot. I wash my hands first with wipes and everything. And then I got home and I texted you guys Friday, hey, I don't really feel great, but I'm still negative. So
Yes.
thumbs up. Well, I went to bed, took a nap, and last week was a long week for me because holiday weeks are always super long because I have extra shows to do. So I was very tired anyway, and so I'm like, well, man, I'm super tired. I slept all evening. My phone was blowing up. I was getting phone calls from here about stuff. I was getting work stuff.
Yeah.
And I was ignoring it, and I never ignore
You know.
phone calls. And so I'm like, I don't feel good. Let me take a test again, even though I took one this morning. And about midnight Friday night, I took a test and it came back positive.
Yeah.
And my stomach just dropped because I'm like, no.
I know. It's like so this is their first time getting a positive COVID test. So it's
Ever.
like you feel like you are like I don't want to say a disease, but
You
you
do.
feel like disgusting.
You feel
like,
dirty.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Like, what did I do?
Yes. Yeah.
What have I done?
Wait, so has any of the symptoms hit you?
So Friday I was very tired and I thought, and then I got a little congested. Saturday was rough. That's when I texted you guys and said, hey, here's the proof I'm positive. I sent I sent the test and everything. Saturday was rough. I got hit with my eyes burning, which I didn't know was a thing. So I looked it up and I guess that's a new thing with new COVID.
Okay.
So my eyes felt like I was swimming in salt water with them open for hours.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And so I stayed up for 24 straight hours because my eyes wouldn't stop burning. So I couldn't close them. I couldn't keep them open. It was that part I wanted to jump out of my body. I only got a fever for maybe a few hours max on Saturday, and I haven't had one since. Obviously, you get a little congested. So I was hit pretty mild, actually. I felt better on Sunday, even better on Monday. And I felt fine yesterday, but I was still testing positive.
It's crazy how
So
like
I
this
couldn't
COVID
come in.
This COVID did nothing to you. I have a friend of mine. He he's lost his taste for over a year.
Yeah. No, I got off super light. That's why I mean, I feel bad joking about it because I know people didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did get off super light. Maybe some of it is because I do got a little bit of tiger blood.
Oh,
we gotta
yeah,
test
there
that
it
blood
is,
real
of
quick.
course.
But I told my wife, I said, that's the worst part of this, is I
Yeah.
can no longer walk around talking about how I'm immune. And she's like, you shouldn't have said it anyway, idiot. I'm like, well, yeah, I probably shouldn't have. Even
Wait,
Pat,
so is Jen okay?
yeah,
Okay.
my wife's fine. Maybe she's the one that's immune. Even Taco Bob across the hall, he's like, I knew you were going to get it eventually. I'm like, bro, you wish this on me.
That was really, you sound just like
No,
him,
but
actually,
for
when you
real.
just
I
did
knew
that.
you were going to
Copy
get it
paste.
eventually. I'm like, dude, he's like, no, bro, I didn't wish it until after I found out you had it. I'm like, dude, that's so messed up. So
Yeah.
so it finally did hit me, and I tested negative this morning. I set my alarm to come to work, and figured if I tested positive, I'd just stay home again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Which
tested
is
negative.
nice, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, and then me
Yeah.
and Ray would have been here all together by ourselves,
Nah.
destroying the radio.
Nah, they would have called me and asked me to put up some best of or
Some
something.
best of or some voice tracks.
Not that you guys couldn't do it. I think you guys would be fabulous.
I
Yeah.
think it'd be great.
Yeah.
Ray's just like tweaking her
Right.
eye a little bit.
I just don't know how that would unfold.
Yeah, it'd be
The
weird.
train would be all over the track.
That's the best part about it.
It's already going to be a little bit off the tracks anyway, because I don't do this very often.
No.
And so, I mean, I'm the respond to things guy, not the set things up guy. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
Uh,
We'll be
so-
fine.
so
but I'm
I-
glad you're back, and I'm glad it didn't hit you like too hard.
Yeah, no, I am too. I'm a little sad that I can't say I'm immune to COVID anymore.
We always
so.
say that COVID is like the most inconvenient thing because there's nothing you could do. You
It
just
is.
got to stay away from people, and it's like 5 days
It is.
usually.
Yeah, like my son's like, I got to do this next week. I'm like, you don't get to decide.
No.
When you do stuff, COVID decides.
Yep.
Like I was fine. Like again, I could have come into work yesterday, but it said I was positive, so
You did.
I couldn't. So this morning it said negative. I was like, yes, yes, yes. I was so excited. I was singing as I was getting dressed. I'm like, you. So yeah. So I'm not really dealing with the residuals of it. Nerese has a friend who still can't taste anything.
Yeah.
Ray's been through it. You've been through
Yeah,
COVID.
I got
so
sick twice. The first time, I mean, COVID, it's a different type of fever. Like, you really do feel it.
I didn't really have that. Thank goodness. Yeah, I didn't have any of that.
I just have the weird headaches whenever I had it
Yeah.
or whatever. So I mean, my
So-
heart rate is still all over the place, but
Is there anyone left? Am I the only one? Now I'm not there anymore who doesn't have or never had COVID. My wife it might be the last man standing. Or are you still dealing with something from it? Like, I mean, that you have to deal with because you had it when you had it. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. XL Mobile, that's 41067, and hit send. We'll hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to see Porter Robinson Friday, September 6th at Addition Financial Arena. COVID, never had it, still dealing with something from it. I am back from it, and we want to hear from you next on Johnny's House. Tate McRae and Greedy, XL 1067, Orlando's #1 hit music station. Johnny's House on a Wednesday morning. It is 6:54. Same as always, pretty much. Going to be hot, around 90. Heat index over 100, 70% chance of rain. I am back after my first bout with COVID, after bragging forever about being immune to COVID. I can't brag about it anymore, which is a little sad for me. And Ray and Nerese, they both dealt with it, the residuals from it with friends. So I got off light. I know it. A lot of people are telling me how light I got off, which I 100% understand. So I want to hear if you dealt with it, what you're dealing with it still. Did you manage to dodge it like I did for years? A pair of tickets to see Porter Robinson Friday, September 6th at Addition Financial Arena.
You could dodge a ball, but you can't dodge COVID anymore.
You know what's so funny? I went back and saw all of the funny videos I made about me dodging it, with karate stuff and all kinds. And I can't do it anymore.
Nope.
Because COVID hit me. So now I'm like, man, all the funny jokes that I made, gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Curtis from Orlando. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Now.
Same. I'm better today. So did you finally get hit with the vid?
Yeah, I'm just like you, Brian. I went 4.5 years without getting hit, and everybody around me got it. And I don't know where I got it from. And I started getting sick on a Saturday in late July or whatever, and I vomited that day. And then Monday morning, I got up, and I had to call in for work because I work for Orange County. And I live out in Sanford, but I work in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I had to drive from Sanford all the way to Lake Nona. That was the worst 35-mile drive ever. I get to the emergency room, and I tell them, I said, I know that I'm dehydrated and I have a fever. And I stayed in the emergency room for 8 hours.
Wow.
They gave me 3 of the IV bags before I could urinate or whatever.
Damn.
And, they came back like after an hour because they test you for COVID or whatever. So you have COVID. I couldn't believe that I had COVID.
You were
'Cause
like,
I never get sick. I always get my flu shots, everything.
That's crazy. Yeah, I got off light then compared to you. Thanks, Curtis.
But
go ahead. What?
But I want to tell you a little bit more. I had a fever for 4 days and nausea for 7 days. That was the only thing that really happened to me while I had the COVID.
Yeah, there's some people that have the digestive problems where they're they got diarrhea.
Yeah,
and,
no, thanks,
yeah.
Curtis. Yeah, that's I know I got super lucky. So I mean, I will say maybe I have baby tiger blood, like tiger cub blood. I don't got full on tiger blood, like tiger cub blood.
Okay.
Maybe. Melissa, good morning. Hello, Melissa.
Yes.
Good morning.
I have never had COVID.
Never had COVID.
And I'm a nurse.
And you're a
Oh
nurse.
my gosh.
Good for you.
Did you were you super vigilant about it, or you just got lucky and just never got it?
The tiger blood, basically.
Well, I worked in the operating room, so I'm extremely obsessive about washing my hands.
Yeah.
If I traveled, I wore N95.
So, but when people
But I
get
do work in the hospital.
when people get surgery, they have to test negative, right? Or they did?
Correct.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many COVID tests you had to take, given that you were in the hospital.
I've never been sick. I got sick once, and I tested
Oh.
negative.
That's crazy. Well,
Good for you, girl.
good luck. I hope you keep it out because I did it for years and then it finally caught me.
Yeah, we need to test your blood, too.
I'm not bragging about it, though.
Yeah,
See, don't, because I did, and that's what finally caught me. My wife even told me, maybe if you'd have shut your mouth, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Ran out of time. Ellie never had COVID as well. No vaccine, always around people. And Melanie had it 2 times, and her taste palette has changed basically forever.
Oh, no.
Which is the worst. So hopefully that gets back to normal. You got something on Facebook?
Yeah, somebody said that their daughter, who's 11, has never had COVID. And I'm like, if you're in public schooling, that is incredible.
Yeah. My son dodged it playing football all those years.
Yeah.
And then, finally got him.
Yeah, somebody, there's a couple people that have never had it. There's a nurse and around family and friends that had COVID. She's never had it either.
That's crazy. What are you working on in celebrity news, Ray?
Lady Gaga flashing a massive engagement ring.
What?
Yep.
We'll get an update after Sabrina Carpenter. It's Espresso. It's on XL 1067 Wednesday morning in Johnny's house.
WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando.
This is The Weekend.
Hey, it's Olivia Rodrigo.
Johnny's House, mornings. Orlando's #1 hit music station all day.
XXL. 106.7.
Orlando.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
So during the 2024 Paris Olympics, Lady Gaga did confirm that she was engaged to her now fiance, Michael Polanski.
She's been with him for a very long time.
Yeah, so they've been together for a while, but she did confirm their engagement, like I said, during the Paris Olympics. But then she just showed up to the highly anticipated film Joker, the premiere in Italy.
Okay.
So she's over in Italy right now with her fiance, and you could see that she's doing like a not so subtle, like, look at this, to the paparazzi. It's a massive engagement ring, which, of course, what else do you expect?
I think he's rich, too. He's a financial guy, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's got some cash.
Yes, he does. So they were showing their undying love and unity for each other while they were walking the the red carpet for the Joker film in the Italian city, obviously, one of the cities of romance.
Yeah.
But you could see it's huge. It is massive.
Yeah,
Good
So-
for her.
she's got a huge smile on her face.
Yeah.
She's cheesing it. Good for her.
But
She
I
got a
just
new
love-
dog last week, too. She posted a picture of her new dog. The one, because, she got her dog stolen at
That's
gunpoint.
right.
Yeah, so she got a new dog. She posted that last week.
Oh.
So look at her. She got a new dog, got a new ring,
Yeah.
got a new movie coming out.
Yeah. Rihanna is the new face of J'adore.
Saw
the fragrance?
commercial.
Oh, that's
Yes.
fancy.
So, J'adore is like one of the big like commercials that you see, like the act Charlize Theron was
Yes.
the last face of J'adore.
Okay.
And so now Rihanna, who is like the queen of beauty now, who is a billionaire with
Yeah.
her Fenty brand, and she just launched her Fenty hair a couple of weeks ago. But now she is the face of Dior's iconic J'adore fragrance.
I think
So,
Rihanna is beautiful,
She is.
but I don't look at Rihanna and think good smells.
What do you think, Brian?
That's messed up.
But I'm serious because I like
What do you think she smells like? Like
weed-
marijuana?
like weed and dirty clothes.
What? Dirty?
Unless she's at an event, she just kind of doesn't care, which is cool.
Yeah, she is kind of like a free spirit
I mean,
kind of person. But
I mean, literally, she walks through convenience stores, in Barbados the way Britney does, with no
Yes.
shoes and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
I just look at, I think she's breathtaking.
She's
Yes.
looking cultured.
I think when she goes out to these events, she probably fabulous.
Yeah.
I
Yo.
think in her day-to-day life, weed and dirty clothes.
Yeah, but if you look at that commercial that she's doing, I thought it was going to be like a drop of an
For
album or
J'adore.
something.
I know.
Yeah.
The reason why I say it like that is because at the end of like the commercial, they all say it so like exotically,
J'adore.
and like she deepens her voice and she's like J'adore. I'm like, oh god.
Oh, like her one line from Battleship. Boom.
Boom. But anyways, yes, she's no like stranger to fragrance, which is crazy because she's got 11 perfumes.
She does?
Of herself, yeah,
Oh.
for her own.
What do I know?
So now I'm like, wow. So she is Dior's new face. You called this, Brian.
Uh-oh. I
You called
love
this.
being right about stuff.
The Hawk girl, Haley Welch, is getting her own podcast.
There it is.
Just a matter of time. They had to build her following first.
Yeah,
Because she's
so-
got over 2.5 million followers now.
Yeah, she's got a new weekly show called Talk to Her.
oh,
That's
wow.
witty.
Okay, the marketing team.
That's witty. I like that.
I'm like, well played. It premieres next Tuesday, and her first guest is Whitney Cummings.
Of course. She's probably on her network.
Yes.
Okay. So, look, I'm not hating on the girl because, look, make your money, whatever. But, it'd be unfair for me to say, oh, she's great when I'm over here saying Chanel West Coast drives me crazy because I don't feel like she is talented.
Yes.
I don't think this girl is that entertaining to me when I watch.
I get that.
But I do know that she moves people. People
Yeah.
are interested in her. So, whatever.
The reason why I am so interested in her is because she is such a nonchalant, like normal girl. And like, yes, she says vulgar things, but she's kind of always like, what?
She's like,
that's just how I am.
She's kind of like your best friend.
Yeah.
Like what you would expect. And I get that, but she better come with like some sauce because you can lose the interest of a lot of people.
I just think there's going to be a lot of people that do want to go on her podcast just because it's a Hawk to a girl.
Oh, I think so.
So
I think
she's
so.
going to pull some big names.
I think it'll be successful. I think what you said is right, Ray. But I also feel like now it's contrived and forced.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So now it looks like, okay, this is your shtick, and I don't prefer shtick. Like,
Yeah.
So you gotta like Whitney Cummings is Whitney Cummings.
Yes.
When you first see her, you might think it's vulgar, it's this, but she's just
That's just her.
But this is starting to look like shtick to me, which I'm not a fan of.
Oh,
so
no.
we'll see how it goes. I
Yeah.
mean, again, success to her, whatever.
So Talk Tua premieres next Tuesday if you want to check it out.
I like the name.
Pretty sure. I don't know if it's going to be on the iHeartRadio
I'm sure
app.
it will.
Probably will.
Wherever you get your favorite podcast.
Yes.
I do like the name. That
Talk
is
Tua.
That is a really creative name, so
Yes.
I'll give them that. I'm going to find out if you did something, said something, think something, and you think it's wrong, and you're not really sure. We will tell you. Am I wrong? Coming up after Chapel Roan. It's Good Luck, Babe. It is Wednesday morning, 7:06 on Johnny's House. Chapel Roan, XL 1067, 710 Wednesday morning. You are listening to Johnny's House. Hot today, like usual. Going to be around 90. Going to feel over 100. 70% chance of rain. And it's going to be right in the afternoon time, according to the forecast now, which I know changes like the weather. Right when you're getting ready to head home from work. So it could be rough on your way home from work this afternoon. So I'm going to find out if you are wrong about something, you did something, you thought something. You said something and you want to know if it is wrong. We will find that out in just a couple of minutes. But we got something really cool with Taylor Swift. I've been seeing you guys talk about this because I've been trapped up for days watching on social media.
So it's really cool. We actually teamed up with the W in Fort Lauderdale.
That hotel is so nice.
Right off the beach on A1A.
So we used to go stay right off Los Alas all the time. And so we'd walk over to that hotel. Just their lobby bar is really awesome.
Yeah, so we've teamed up with them, and the weekend that Taylor Swift has her concert down in Fort Lauderdale, we're giving you a 3-night stay at the W. But on top of that, they have so many different things that are going on. They have like a t-shirt bar and like a friendship bracelet bar.
Oh, so
where
you can make your own Taylor stuff.
Yeah, so you can make your own merchandise if you want. They have a drag queen Taylor Swift brunch.
Nice.
Yes.
Also, they have Taylor Swift karaoke. They have a midnight's party. So it's like literally a Taylor Swift extravaganza weekend at the W.
That is
and
awesome.
We've been telling you on Instagram. So we're picking a winner this morning.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just want to make this clear because I am going through it. Y'all need to follow the instructions. Ray's going to tell you what it is.
Yes, so you have to tag your +1, whoever is going to go to the W and enjoy this weekend with you. Tag your +1, and you both have to be following XL 1067, and we're going to check.
Yeah.
Like, we check, you
Yeah,
guys.
because if you don't win because your friend ain't following us, that would be terrible.
Yeah. And please check your DMs like now.
Yeah, because we're going to pick a winner this morning. So that's
Pretty
really
much.
cool. So even if you don't have tickets to see Taylor, because I know not everybody could go to the
Yes.
show, you could still go
Oh my gosh.
have an amazing weekend.
I forgot something.
What's that?
And we're giving you round trip on the Bright Line.
Yes.
Shut up.
So not only are we giving you the W Fort Lauderdale stay, we're getting you a trip down on the Bright Line, and we're getting you a trip back on the Bright
The
Line.
Taylor train?
The Taylor train.
What?
So I don't know how I forgot about that, but Brightline has gotten involved as well.
I'm actually a little jealous because when this first started to be talked about, the Taylor train and everything, I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. 3 hours there, 3 hours back. Now I'm like, man, I want to go.
I know.
No, yeah, it's going to be great.
Even though I'm not going to the show, and I'm not a huge Swiftie. But,
Well, because this is like a 3-day kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like each one of us are going to be on a train certain days. I'm just like, Brian, I'll make you a friendship bracelet.
yeah, so make me a shirt or something.
Yes.
and take some pictures and tag us in it and stuff. So at XL1067 on Instagram, make sure you follow the instructions because if you don't, you can't win, and that'd be really sad if we pick you and then we look and you're not following, and then you don't win and somebody else wins and you could have been there.
I think
Wah,
it could
wah,
end a
wah.
friendship, actually.
It could. Bracelet, shirt, none of it. You get nothing. Nothing.
It's already happened, so make sure you're following instructions.
And it's very easy to click follow. Super easy.
See, seriously.
Little button. Just click it.
There you go.
And then follow us while you're at it.
Yeah, while you're at it. Follow me at the Brian Grimes.
At Sandra Ray, RAE.
Nuris Barrera.
There you go.
Ya tú sabes.
I'm not sure what that second part was, but sure. Whatever she said. Go ahead and follow her. Want to find out if you are wrong, if you did something, if you said something, if you thought something, and you're thinking to yourself, am I wrong for thinking that? We will tell you if you're wrong. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. I guess you could send it over if it's a short story on the XL Mobile. That's 41067 and hit send. Super simple. You did something, you said something, you think something, and you want to know if you are in the wrong for doing it, thinking it, or saying it. Hit us up, and we will let you know on Johnny's House. All right, an hour into the show. How am I doing, you guys? Am I messing it up? Is it bad? Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best, 1 being you should probably find another job. Be honest. I know it's really weird to think, but I was telling Ray about halfway through the break, I get tired of hearing myself in my own head. So then I start thinking to myself, God, shut up, you're talking too much. But I have to talk because the job. So it's weird. I'm used to, like I said, I'm the respond to things guy. Panic at the Disco, XL 1067, Wednesday morning in Johnny's house, 726. Going to be hot today like usual, around 90, heat index over 100 like usual, and a 70% chance of rain. Am I wrong? If you did something, said something, think something, and you want to know if you are wrong, you can always hit us up, 407-919-1067. That's the phone numbers. I had a few that hit the XL Mobile, powered by Attorney Dan Newland. In a wreck, need to check, call Attorney Dan Newland. They couldn't call in because they're at work.
Yeah.
So I told them I would throw this out there, and then you guys can help them decide if they are wrong or not.
Okay.
The first one, this is funny because I actually dealt with something very similar to this. It's kind of a serious one. They said their mom passed away and their dad got remarried, and his new wife took down family pictures in the house to replace them with pictures of her and the dad because it's their life together now.
Yeah.
And they want to know, are they wrong for being upset by that?
Like, no, obviously there's feel what you need to feel, but like, how long has it been? I
don't know. I didn't ask that.
I don't even think time matters because I feel like you still have to respect the fact that that was their mother.
That's
you know,
true,
like,
yeah.
it's weird because it's like, you know, that was his former love. Yes,
Right.
But she's no longer on this planet, and if there's a child involved,
like you had a life before, you know, you got into your next relationship, so there's nothing wrong in having family pictures. Obviously, if it was just both of you from the past,
Right,
that would
like
be a
say,
little
like
different.
us in Key West or something, like
Yeah.
individual, but like a group family. So you think maybe they should keep that up.
yeah,
that's hard.
I don't
And
think
then
that
just
there's.
supplement it with pictures of your new life.
I would be a little upset as well.
So when this goes to my grandmother. When my grandmother passed away, who was like one of the people that helped raise me because my mom worked so much. I stayed at my grandmother's a lot. When she passed away, my grandfather got remarried, and I remember the new wife coming in and just taking down photos, and I lost my mind. And you guys know I don't keep quiet very good.
Yeah.
So I said some things, and then that got real ugly. So when I saw this, I'm like, Eesh, it's a really tough line.
It is
Yeah.
because it's like you have to move on. Yes.
Right. And she's
Right.
entitled to her new life with her
Yeah.
new man in their house.
Of course.
So there's that. But at the same time, like when Nerese said, if it's a full family photo, then I don't see a reason to not leave some of those
Absolutely.
up.
Yeah.
If it's a you and me on a cruise, one of those, fun cruise night out type photos.
So you can take that
where you're
down.
standing in front of the fireworks or whatever it is, you could take that down. But
Yeah.
if it's I think you got to find a nice mix of the two.
I'm like on the other side growing up when my parents divorced, and like, you know, we have a bitter taste in our mouth from our dad separating and stuff. And so like my mom would still keep the pictures up, the family pictures. At one point I literally just started taking them down, and my mom would get mad at me. I was like, but I'm not in the wrong. Like, he's gone.
Yeah, no.
So it's just us.
Oh, there was no remnants of my real dad once my mom threw him out. Like none. No remnants. Even the checks he sent bounced. So there's that. So yeah, I don't think you're necessarily wrong for being upset. I think
Yeah.
there's a good way to handle this.
I agree.
But I don't think you're wrong for being upset. Another one that came through on the XL Mobile. My dad brought home a dog without telling my mom while she was away on a trip. We kept that dog 10 years. And now my mom and I want to bring home a dog while my dad is away on a trip. So are they wrong for doing that?
Do
Do
it.
it.
Do it.
Yeah.
See, I
mean,
disagree.
Really? No.
There's a story on this show. Back in the day, Laura Diaz brought a dog in here and forced it on Johnny.
Yes,
basically,
and he took it home.
He did take it home, and Johnny became, the
dog dad.
dog dad to Sookie, and he loves Sookie. But at the same time, I always thought that's messed up because you're basically forcing
Throwing it
someone
on.
to take on a responsibility of a pet. Now, in this case, you all live together, I'm guessing. So, like, you're all going to take on the responsibility. But I still think you got to, like, even
Like,
my wife.
mention it, like-
my wife didn't go get Lolo without me. She's like, hey, this is the dog I want us to go get. So we went and got her.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can't just.
But surprise.
But I'm such a dog person that in my head I was like, you can never go wrong with the dog.
Well,
You'll
yeah,
figure it out, man.
And you can't. The guy's not going to hate
Yeah,
the dog.
of course.
But they want to know if they're wrong for doing it. Now, here's the caveat. He did it to y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is how you got your dog of 10 years.
I say
So
do it.
If he did it, he
I
can't
say
be
do it
mad
too
if
because
you do
obviously
it.
he's a dog person.
True.
You won't.
True. You guys are going to threaten them into it. Make them feel like they're punks if they don't go do it.
Call us
Yeah.
for a true story. It happened to me and tell us what happens.
Yeah, once this goes down, then let us know. Show a little bit different today. If you haven't noticed, Johnny is not here, so I am hosting. I'm semi-average at this, so
Oh, you're
it's
fine.
a little bit weird. So when you are at work or even at home and the boss is away or your significant other is away, Do you act differently? Do you do things differently? We're going to get into that in just a couple of minutes. It's Rema and Selena Gomez. It's Calm Down, 7:31 on Johnny's House. Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 106.7. It is Johnny's House on a Wednesday morning at 7:34. High today of around 90. Heat index over 100. 70% chance of rain. So I finally got hit with the COVID. We talked about it earlier. If you missed it, check out the podcast. So I was gone for a couple of days. And then I get back, and then Johnny's out now.
Yeah.
And so the show's just a little bit different. And it's funny because when Johnny's not necessarily our boss per se, but he is the
He's the host.
the
He's the
leader
head honcho
of the show.
Yeah.
As far as in this room goes, he's the boss man. Now we also have a boss man, and that boss man also has a boss man, and that boss man has a boss man. So I
Yes.
mean, there's obviously a chain, but I feel like Johnny's kind of the boss of us. So when he's not here, we do things a little differently.
We do have a boss woman.
We do have a new boss woman, and they're meeting with her. I saw.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm excited to meet her.
I know, me too. I see her in the halls, but I haven't actually sat down with her yet. So yeah, we'll do that. But then I was thinking, when COVID hit, we were the only show that was really staying in the building.
Yep.
And we acted a fool because there was nobody here, and we had the third floor and the fourth floor at the time.
That is so true.
So we ran around and shot crazy videos, and we walked around in our pajamas, and
Yep.
we just did whatever because nobody was home. It was literally like Home Alone.
Yeah.
We were just here by ourselves. So you act different when your boss is away, or the boss of you, your significant other, is away. Like when my wife is gone for an extended time. Like yesterday, she went to Tampa for her job for the day. My son was gone at work for the day. So
Yeah.
I knew I was home alone by myself.
Yeah.
So I handle myself a little differently.
Okay.
I might walk around with, less on than I normally would.
As you should.
I keep my socks on all the time because I like to slide across the floor. So I
Of course.
slide from room to room when I go places.
Do you wear like black sunglasses too?
No, I don't do that. I do sing out loud
Nice.
a little bit more. I talk to myself way more because I don't have to worry about toning it
I
down.
need to do more stuff by myself.
I conduct myself differently when the boss is away, whether it
Yeah.
be Johnny the boss or my wife the boss. So do you act different when the boss ain't around?
Well, I try to filter myself a little bit more when Johnny's not here because he is like my permanent filter.
Well, it's good that you do that because you and I aren't trusted together.
No.
In any capacity.
And that's the truth. Like your wife will not let just you and I hang out because
Terrible idea.
we've done it multiple times and it just doesn't end well.
Yes. So it's good that you do that.
Yeah, so I try to filter myself because I don't have Johnny staring at me saying, "Don't say it. Don't say it."
So
don't
you
do
act
it."
better when the boss isn't
I
around.
act better when Johnny's not here. Yes, but you do have a point. When COVID was happening and we were the only people in this joint, it was madness.
We even made the Home Alone video, like when he's home alone and he's like, "Hey, I'm going through your stuff. You better come out and pound me."
Yeah, like running around the sales office.
We were messing with everybody's
Yeah.
stuff because nobody was here. And they were gone for months.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were the
great.
only ones.
Yeah, well, back before, because this is a little different. I don't even call this work, honestly. But when I did work, my boss, whenever she was gone, that was a free day for me.
Really?
Of course, get the work done that needs to be done, of course. But like outside of that, I'm chilling, responding to emails a little bit slower.
Did you have that person? Like, because I feel like I've never worked in a business. This is my only
Well-
job that I've ever really had outside of like
Yeah.
high school. So did you have a person that would like tell on you guys?
Well, like straight out of college, my first job, I was micromanaged to the T. It was almost like disturbing. And so like when she wasn't around, I mean, I took full advantage of just kicking it back and having like a mental breathing day like at work.
But there wasn't somebody that would be like, "Hey, boss, Nerys was like just chilling when you weren't here."
Man, let catch hands. That's what they want to do.
You ain't throwing no hands at nobody.
No.
We know this.
No, but like I feel like if because I got my job done, you know what I mean? Like I always got everything done that needed to be done. So like when she wasn't there, I'm like, all right, so technically it's like a PTO, but I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
At the same time.
When we worked in retail, when the bosses had like a meeting and they would all go to a different store, like, man, we acted a fool. It was
Yeah.
like, I mean, we did whatever.
it turns into like a field trip when you turn that around with your friends.
Dude, when I
Yeah.
worked at, Circuit City is old school and they're out of business now. But when I used to work at Circuit City, the customer service manager would put me in charge. I would wear this big red jacket because they wore a red like sports coat, but they didn't have one my size. And he was way bigger than me. I had the little phone on my hip like I was somebody, and I would be standing out there. But like I did it like as a joke, like as a cartoon character. Like I wasn't. Who puts me in charge of anything? Like it's questionable that I should be sitting here doing this right now. Quite honestly,
stop.
like who puts me in charge?
That is really funny.
I'm the comedy. I'm the comedy dumb guy. Like I'm not supposed to be in charge of anything. But I mean, when someone's away, someone's got to be in charge. And so by
I'm
default,
still mentally thinking that like Ray and I were gonna do this together alone. Like I was
No.
ready for this. I was
don't
so
think
ready for this.
I don't think we would have been able to be honest, because it would have just been off the rails. Like Brian, you keep it in check as
well, because
Yeah.
there's formatics that have to
Yes,
happen.
yeah.
And so like there's times that have to be hit and things like that. So
Yeah.
someone has to do that.
Yeah.
And I just
even if it was just Ray and I, and I think we've done it
We've
with
done
just
it
Ray and I,
before.
we throw in more music and just talk over intros to songs and,
Yeah.
and turn it into like a radio show versus a talk show. So yeah, it's tough with two people.
Yeah.
It really
I just
is.
didn't know that you were going to come back in. And then when Johnny texted all of us this morning, like, hey, I'm going to check out, I was like, me and Ray are going to destroy this.
Oh no, he checked. As soon as he saw my truck here, he's like, I know I can go home.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course. We need one chaperone, and
Yeah.
it's you
Well,
today.
I know all of the ins and outs.
Yes.
So like having someone in charge to do that is kind of important. So do you act different when your boss is away, whether it be your boss at work or maybe someone that's the boss of you at home? You want a pair of tickets to check out Wildin' Out Saturday, September 7th at the Kia Center. Nick Cannon and his show from MTV, Wildin' Out, going to be there. So we will hook you up. 407-919-1067. 877-919-1067. You can hit us up on the XL Mobile. That's 41067 and hit send. Social media. We are on the live stream. So if you want to watch the show on our YouTube channel, you can do that and always chat in there as well. Do you act different? Do you act a fool? Or are you like Ray where you're more conservative when the boss is away? Do you act different when the boss is away? A pair of tickets to check out Wildin' Out Saturday, September 7th at the Kia Center. We'll talk to you next on Johnny's House. Hosier and Two Sweets, a part of the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. You got a chance to win your trip to Vegas with $1,000 to spend. To check it out 3 times each weekday. Your next chance here is at 9 a.m. It is Johnny's House, 7:50 on a Wednesday morning. It's going to be 90-ish today. Heat index is going to feel like it's 100. It is humid. When I walked outside today for the first time in 5 days, I was like, damn. Sweating before I even get into the car. It's terrible. And a 70% chance of rain. Don't forget, Lost Weekend is coming up, man. Because I've been gone out of the mix for 5 days, I'm like, wow, I lost a whole week. We're just a couple of weeks away.
Yes.
Seriously.
So
27th, we check in, right?
Yes.
Friday.
Well, we're checking in on Thursday. We're doing the show from Caribe Royale on Friday morning. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, make sure you guys book your room because we only have a small block of rooms. We've got a bunch of them booked already. So it's going to be like the cruise, but on land.
Yeah.
We're going to have pool parties. DJ, I know he likes Dirty Mellow, is going to be DJing at the pool. We're going to do parties at the Stadium Club, which is going to be fun.
Yes.
It's going to be a really good time. Cigar night with Johnny is going to be right outside the Rum Bar. We're going to be doing drinks at the Rum Bar. We're going to do the show from there Friday morning. So if you check in early and you come hang out during the day, we'll just hang out all weekend long. It's a weekend to just chill and hang with us and listeners of the show and hang out with each other. So make sure you get your room booked. And it's a good price.
Yes.
When you do double occupancy and you split it up between 2 people, it ends up being cheaper than you would if you were just staying there on a regular weekend. So we got some discounts for parking and all that stuff for you. So
Yeah, and Brian, you're being too modest. We're going to get lit. That's the goal. We're going to get lit.
All right, well, you know,
Is
you do
It's
you.
going to be just like the cruise, but on land. We can't take away the
Ratchet
lit part.
Ray might be coming out.
Okay,
let's go.
Look, my wife is coming. So, you know, I'm going to be like party in the front, but business in the back, because you know I can't get in trouble.
You're not gonna get in trouble. Don't be a little bitch.
Oh, now I'm a bitch because I want to be
Just because you want to be
civilized.
respectful
Because
to
I
your
want to be
wife.
civilized. Now I'm a bitch.
I know.
All right.
I apologize, Jen. You're right. You need to control him.
Yeah.
Where's
No.
Johnny with the buzzer?
No. It'll be a fun time. We're going to have drinks.
Lots of them,
Too many.
Some of y'all might.
and probably a little hula hoop contest.
That's
Maybe no sleep.
You don't got to drive. That's the good part. You park your
Yes.
car. You don't leave again. Caribe Royale is a great resort with a really nice pool. It's got the Stadium Club is a lot of fun. So XL1067.com. Book your room before we run out of rooms. So the boss is away, and you act a little differently. Johnny not in today. I don't think we're taking the show too far off the
No.
rails, so I think we're doing okay.
I mean, it's only 8:00.
But generally speaking, when the boss is away, you act a little bit differently. Can hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to check out Wild 'N Out Saturday, September 7th at the Kia Center. Let's see. Let's talk to Timothy. Timothy, good morning.
Good morning, Johnny's House.
How you doing, man?
Hi.
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're all right. We're doing okay. So when the boss is away, do you act a little different?
I do. We actually haven't started work yet. We start work around 8, so I had time to call in this morning. So I flag traffic for road construction.
Nice.
And so when we're on the radio and the boss is like not on the job site because he has the radio, we like to joke around with each other and mess around with each other on the radio to make it a little more fun.
You got to do
And
that.
I also love dancing in front of cars and just because I'm a little carefree, so like I just like having a little fun when the boss isn't around for the day.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can't take yourself too seriously. That's fun. And look, it makes it fun for drivers like us that are stuck behind that little sign that says stop, too. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Timothy. Hang on one second. Let's see. Let's talk to Kiana.
Hey,
Hey. So when the boss is away, you act different?
for sure. I work in a doctor's office, so everybody knows how doctors are. And when the doctor's done for the day, it's like a party because there's music in the offices, so I turn up the music. And then there's like different colored lights in one of our lobbies, so I put the different colored lights on. And then all the girls, it's like a free-for-all. We just literally hang out, sing, and then chill for the rest of the day. So it's honestly, it's so great. It's the greatest.
Kiana's bringing the club to work, is what I'm hearing.
Literally.
And you
They're
do
like, okay, girls, it's time.
And you do it while patients are there?
No, so when the doctors are gone, there's no more patients.
Oh,
for
got it.
the
Okay.
day.
Okay, cool.
So it's literally like a free-for-all, and it's so much fun. Like, I love those days. Those are the best days.
Yeah, I mean, I would like it if I were a patient, actually, and y'all had a little dance
Seriously,
party. I wouldn't be
right?
mad at that.
Yeah, when the patients call, we just, like, literally stop everything for, like, 2 seconds, and as soon as we're done off the phone, we're like, okay, hit it, and then we play it again.
Thanks for calling, Kiana. Hang on one second. All right, let's see. Ashley, when the boss is away, do you act differently?
I sure do.
What do y'all do?
It is a free for all. We take our time answering those emails like Norris does, and we just have a blast. We play the music and just joke around. But then when that boss comes in, it's change the plans.
Yeah. See,
But then there's always that one person that likes to try to tattle on you.
See, that's what my question was.
see, that would be Johnny, but he's the boss.
I
see?
know.
'Cause
I know.
Johnny's the snitch in the room.
Maybe
so
that's how he got there. No, I'm just kidding.
that's how you get in power is to be the snitch.
Yep. There's
thank-
always got to be one.
Thanks for calling, Ashley.
I'm a first-time caller.
Hey, first-time caller. Well, Nerese has got a first-time caller number for you. That's the number that we assign to you. And when you call, it is only for you, and you tell us your first-time caller number.
Yes, and that number is 4127.
4127.
Righty.
That's
All
your number,
right.
Ashley. Save it.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Hang on one second. We'll hook somebody up because those were all really good
Yeah,
stories.
they were good.
So apparently we're not getting out of pocket enough.
No. We're not.
Everyone free-for-alls it when the boss isn't around, apparently.
Should have brought some rum.
Bosses should take note. You should be more accepting of that when you are around. It would make the place you work much more fun.
Yeah, Teresa on Facebook, she was like, I'm a boss, and I really hope my team doesn't act differently when I'm not around.
Well, I mean, if you don't make them act all stuffy when you are around, then maybe they wouldn't have to act different.
That's also very true.
XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland. In a wreck, need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Someone says, as a teacher, we find out our principals off campus tend to slack off just a little bit. Get to do what kind of what you want to do because there's no principal there. And then someone said, my fiance is the boss, and when she's gone, I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Oh.
I do get that way when my wife has gone too long. I'm like, all right, so now what?
So what's for dinner?
Like, now what am I supposed to do? I got no idea what I'm supposed to do. So bosses, maybe loosen up just a little bit. And we'll hook somebody up with those tickets to check out Wildin' Out Saturday, September 7th at the Kia Center. Ray, what are you working on in celebrity news?
NFL hasn't really kicked off yet, but people are already talking about who's performing at the halftime show.
Ooh, you got a list?
Possibly.
All right, coming up.
WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando.
This is The Weekend.
Hey, it's Olivia Rodrigo.
Johnny's House, mornings. Orlando's #1 hit music station all day.
106.7.
Orlando.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so the NFL season hasn't even really kicked off yet. It kicks off what, next week or this week?
I think Thursday night.
Thursday night, okay. So tomorrow?
I want to say it might be next Thursday night.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was next week. So people are already talking about who they want to see perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. And one name that has been brought up is Jelly Roll.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I could totally see that. So George Kittle, who is actually, he plays for the San Francisco 49ers. He was talking during an interview, and they were talking about who do you want to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. And George paused for a minute, and he confidently said Jelly Roll. So, and he was like, there's a lot of people on the team that agree that Jelly Roll would be like a great person to be performing at the halftime show.
Pretty big. They'd have to add other people, obviously, because they've turned it into like a collaboration thing. And it does kick off tomorrow.
It does kick off
tomorrow? It says it tomorrow, the Ravens and the Chiefs.
Oh.
That's what this says. The
Dang.
105th season of the NFL kicks
Oof.
off.
Yeah.
So,
September 5th.
I mean, he's got a lot of collaborations if you look at Jelly Roll. So he could bring out Lainey Wilson, who is another country artist. He could bring out Eminem as like a special guest.
Yeah.
But also they're talking about, for reference, the last country artist to sing the halftime show was Shania Twain in 2003. So it's been a hot minute since country was out there.
I was just going to say that.
Go country, though. I
Post
don't know.
Malone.
No, I don't know how you don't
Dang
go
it.
Morgan Wallen.
Oh, dang it.
Morgan Wallen's the biggest country artist.
He
I
is.
mean, almost in
was like-
history right now. And you could also, if you wanted to add in Post Malone because they have their song together.
Yeah.
You wanted to add in, other people, you could. But like, I don't know if you're going to go country, unless you can't get him or he's busy
Yeah.
already, how you don't go Morgan Wallen.
So I agree, but I also agree with the whole country aspect of it. It's been a while. It's been since 2003 since a country artist did a halftime show, and I'm like, that would be great if they did a whole country theme.
Yeah, and
see that.
country's
You
just
know?
blowing up in general.
But Shania Twain was joined by No Doubt and Sting in like other halftime shows. Tanya Tucker, Travis Tritt, Winona, and Naomi Judd. So I mean, like there have been a lot of country acts that have performed. It just hasn't.
What
happened
mixing
in
it
a
up would be
while.
good. So look, I'm not trying to sell Morgan Wallen, but like
Yeah.
he's got songs with Lil Durk, he's got songs with Ernest.
could be
He's
all
got,
over the
He's
place.
got big songs with people that could
Yeah.
do other stuff. So you could do a Post Malone and have him do a few of his, and then also have Morgan Wallen do theirs together and him do his. Like you could do a whole bunch. I just think if you're gonna go country, he's right now the biggest one on the planet. I don't know how you don't go with him.
Yeah,
So.
no, I agree. So the NFL was, did you see their upcoming 2024 hype video for
I
the
did
NFL?
not.
They showcased like a lot of different people, like Aaron Rodgers, Anthony Richardson, like a lot of, obviously Bill Belichick. They did Taylor Swift. They did Taylor
They
Swift.
put her in it?
Yes, so this is what the whole story is. Taylor Swift was featured 5 times in the NFL hype video, which was more than...
Like an official NFL
Yeah,
video.
Yes.
We'll have to watch
this.
this.
Was more than any NFL figures and other players like quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, Daniel Jones. She was featured way more than all of them. So I was like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me.
This is
So
such
her-
a turnaround with Taylor Swift now just dating Kelsey.
Her effect on NFL is in full force right now because
Yeah.
we saw the whole thing about Patrick Mahomes was saying that she could possibly be writing up plays. Or
Travis Kelce
was
joked
saying
about that on his podcast,
and how she asks so many questions about NFL and how she wants to write plays for them. I'm like, this is out of control now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I get the joke that he writes. Travis Kelce said she draws up plays and they're all for him because she wants him to have the ball every time.
Yeah.
But to put her,
Yeah.
look, to put her in the promotional video at all, I think is a little
That's what
excessive.
it says. It said
but more than anybody else is way bad.
Yeah. it
And I
said,
like Taylor Swift, and I think her at the games are great. But
this is the official upcoming 2024 season hype video, and they featured all those NFL players and then Taylor Swift, of course. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
is it a Taylor Swift song?
I don't know.
That goes to the hype
I don't
video because
know.
that's
So
the only way it makes sense.
I don't know. It just said that she was featured 5 times.
Oh.
5 times in
I'll
the
have
video.
to watch it because I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of Taylor
But listen,
Swift. I'm
she's
not a fan.
brought, if you look at the statistics, obviously she's brought so many different eyes, so many younger girls, so many different, aspects to the NFL season last year. So that's what they were saying. Also, there's a prediction. Do you want to hear my prediction?
What's that?
That I read this morning. I'm going to get it.
What is that?
Right here.
I wouldn't be surprised if
supposed-
she's playing the halftime show.
That would be wild.
A supposed document was leaked claiming that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will break up on September 28th.
I read this. That it was
There's a document.
It's a contract that they
I'm
had.
like,
That's the end date.
Obviously, this is from a tabloid.
I read the head.
But I'm
I briefly read it. And I'm like, I know Ray's going to talk about this.
Yes, they're going to announce their breakup on September 28th. Obviously, these leaked pictures, which could possibly be fake, more than 99.9% of this contract is probably fake and made up. But it was like, it will also state that Taylor and Travis are, quote, both committed to their careers and personal growth. They remain friends, wish each other the best. So this document is saying that it's going to be drawn up by,
Of course,
by
that's
the
what they would
Los
say.
Angeles PR firm. So like they have a whole PR firm that has like the whole documents that have been drawn up, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
That statement wouldn't make sense because she literally just did a world tour while he was playing football,
Yes.
and they flew back and forth. So
And she wrapped up her tour just as the NFL was kicking off.
yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that I buy it.
Why September 28th? Is that like a specific date to is there a game happening?
I don't know. That's just the date they
That's
picked.
just where the contract ends.
We'll be
Okay.
on our lost weekend, so hopefully they don't break
Oh,
up while we're on
yeah.
our lost weekend because then we have to stop what we're doing and read all about it
No,
and stuff.
for real. Breaking news.
Yeah, I don't think it's legit personally.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think it's legit. True stories that happened to me. If you had something happen to you that was crazy, you went through a situation and you're thinking to yourself, man, nobody else has dealt with something like this. We want to hear about it. We will talk about that. Get ahead and get your story ready. We're going to hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to check out 21 Pilots at the Kia Center September 11th. True stories, it happened to me. If you got a crazy story, you're going to tell us. We're going to be like, nah, that didn't happen to you. And you're going to be like, yes, it did. You could go see 21 Pilots. It's Sabrina Carpenter. Please, please, please. It's a Wednesday morning, 9:07. Oh, no, 8:07. Sorry.
Ooh.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Johnny's house. Sabrina Carpenter, XL 1067, 809. Wednesday morning, you are listening to Johnny's House. It's going to be 90-ish today. Going to feel like it's over 100 with a 70% chance of rain. True stories that happened to me. These are stories that things happened to you or that you saw, you witnessed yourself. And when you tell people these stories, they're like, man, that ain't true. You lying. We want to hear the story. It's going to hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to see 21 Pilots at the Kia Center September 11th. So we'll do this in 2 segments because we don't have time for all these amazing stories in one. So we'll start with this one. Melanie from Leesburg. Good morning.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, everybody.
Hi.
Good morning.
How are you, Melanie?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good. So, true story, and I'm going to try to make it as short as possible.
Okay.
My friend was in Orlando.
Uh-oh, we lost you there.
Come on now.
Uh-oh.
It's juicy.
We got my friend was
It's
in Orlando.
spontaneous, but I'm a very firm believer.
Melanie. Melanie, hang on. We got my friend was in Orlando, and then we lost you. What happened after that?
Oh, okay. So I went to go pick her up for a barbecue.
Okay.
There were no plans. This was completely spontaneous. We kept idling around the house for some reason, and then when we go to leave, we see a girl walking, but she kind of is really dirty. Her back is dirty. And then when we passed by, my friend noticed in the background, she's like, "Are her hands bound?" And so I looked, and sure enough, her hands were tied with a zip tie. So I immediately reversed. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I need help." So I got out the car. I'm like, "How old are you?" She said, 13. I said, "Get in my car." My mom instinct instantly took over. And so I got a story about a girl who was, fearful and ran away from home and ended up getting into a situation where she was kidnapped.
No.
Investigators are calling, asking me questions, and the way that it seemed was she actually went on a joyride, crashed her dad's car into one of those custom old cars, like the vintage cars that
like a classic car.
Can't drive them; they're just for show.
Yeah.
Ended up all the way from Ocoee into Orlando. And I feel like that was her way to end the joyride, with something that could potentially make the eyes that are on her sad eyes.
So she made it up?
She wasn't really kidnapped.
The way that investigators kind of made it sound, it seemed like there was more to the story than what was told to us.
Oh,
but
okay.
I had investigators in my car. They were, forensics had to come because since I put her in my vehicle, her, her DNA was in my vehicle. So it was crazy. We were held hostage for 4 hours, and all I wanted to do was go to a barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that is crazy. Well, that was a good thing for you to do though, because you didn't know the situation.
Oh yeah. As soon as I saw that her hands were bound, without hesitation, and it was kind of weird because she turned her back to me when we were driving by, I don't want you to see me.
Yeah.
But if it's me and my hands are tied, I'm going to the first person I find. Excuse me.
Exactly. You're running in the street.
Well, that's a good story. Hang on, Melanie.
So I was instantly, without hesitation, we cut the zip tie off. We just let it fall where it fell.
Yeah.
They came, took everything, DNA, and I'm just she's sitting on my kid's Paw Patrol blanket, and I'm you guys can just take this.
Yeah, right?
Wow, that is
And then I had to. It was a traumatic experience.
Yes.
Definitely. That is a great story. So that is the bar.
Yes.
Which is a really cool story. Now, I got to be honest with you. I don't know that I'm stopping because I don't trust people.
I know, but if it's a young girl.
I know, that's the crazy thing.
It's a young girl.
I know, I feel like you have to stop, but at the same time, in my head, I feel like someone's waiting to jack me when I stop. It's bait.
Yes. I know you just can't trust anything, any situation nowadays.
I know, and that makes you terrible because then you're you can't not stop for a young girl. But I feel like I wouldn't have been get in the car. I'd have been I'm going to sit here. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to sit here until I see what happens. That's me.
Man,
but then I wouldn't have this crazy story.
I think I would have done the same thing as her.
I know. I'm sure you would have. Yeah. And it's different because and she's a female. You're a female. You see it from a different perspective than I do. I'm sure. I see it as, I'm a dude, someone's going to try to hustle me. You see it as I'm a girl, she's in trouble.
I just feel so bad for the little girl who went as far as faking her own kidnapping because she crashed her dad's car.
I don't know if I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the bar for tickets to check out 21 Pilots at the Kia Center September 11th. True stories that happened to me. Tell us your story. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. We'll hear more stories and hook somebody up next. Benson Boone, XL 106.7, 825. Wednesday morning, you are listening to Johnny's House. Going to be around 90 today. It's going to feel like it's over 100, and it's a 70% chance of rain, mostly this afternoon. So unless the forecast switches up a little bit, you might catch some rain on your ride home. We got tickets to check out 21 Pilots coming to the Kia Center September 11th, and all we got to do is listen to your true story. A story that's so crazy. When you tell it, people are like, nah, man, that ain't really happened. Someone's going to get hooked up. We already got a good first story in.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Melanie with the kidnapping that could have been a fake kidnapping. We don't know what exactly happened. So that was a pretty good story. So let's see if we can find another one. Andrea.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm not too bad. So tell me your true story that happened to you.
I was leaving at 5 in the morning to work. One day, I live in a countryside area, so it's like dirt road. And I see a blonde woman walking with like an African-American child, like 9 years old, barefoot. He's barefoot, no jacket, and it was tremendously cold. And I say, well, she kidnapped him, or what they are doing here at this time, or they are coming into this area because it's a gated area to, like a robbery or something. But I still stop and ask her, and she say, do you live here? And I'm like, no, I need to go to work, and I was passing by. Oh, because I live on this road. And I'm like, okay. And in my mind, I never seen them before. So I left. I saw a car parked by the gate outside, and I called the police. And I say, hey, there is a woman, because I didn't want to put them in my car.
No.
I thought I'm just going to do something. I mean, I said, it's super cold. The child is barefoot and no jacket. In my mind, is like it's a kidnap, or they are doing something in this area. So I called the police. I didn't hear from the police for a while, but I posted on the forums for the area where we live.
Yeah.
And she responded at night saying that she was a foster parent, and they forced 12 children. And
she's a
they
foster
moved
parent that
to
hosts
the
12
area
children.
2 weeks before.
Okay.
And, it was like a it was like an embarrassment for me, but at the same time,
No, but
like,
you didn't know.
but you didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know what was going on, so you're just,
And
it
what happened
looked
is
weird.
That we have stickers to open the gate, and there is only 2 stickers per household.
Right.
They have many cards in there, and
Oh.
also she left the phone because we have a calling dial pad calling to open the gate.
Yeah.
So she left the cell phone at home. She left no sticker, so she had no way to open the gate.
Yeah, no, I think you did the right thing. You didn't know what was going on, so you were just
case.
trying to figure it
I
out.
have a lot of questions for that foster parent.
Right?
You would think,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, the whole system's gonna all.
Well, thank you for calling, Andrea. Hang on one second. Yeah, you never really know. That is a crazy story, though. Like, you see that walking down the street. The barefoot part doesn't make sense
And when
to
it's
me.
cold out, yeah.
Like, put some shoes on the kids or something. Jay, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How's it going?
It's going.
It's going. Okay, so tell us a true story. It happened to you.
All right, this is a true story. No fairy tale, no Pottery Harry, no
Pottery Harry.
I've never heard of that before.
This is all real.
Real.
All right, let's get to it.
Jay the truck driver. I'm flying. I stopped at Circle K, give me a bowl of pop, hot dog, and some chips.
Okay.
Next thing you know, I had just picked up my mulch in my tractor trailer.
Okay.
I'm loaded by 48,000 pounds. I'm going down 417.
Uh-oh.
I'm in the middle lane.
Middle
traffic
lane.
on the right, traffic on the left.
Okay.
And next thing you know, boom, the tire don't buzz on the driver's side, and it sounded like a shotgun, and the whole tractor trailer going to the right. I'm trying to pull it to the left. And it's going to the left. I'm trying to pull it to the right. So next thing you know, I'm in the middle. I'm holding off, and then every tire flying everywhere. The whole drywall fell off. Did I say drywall? I mean the drywall.
The
We knew
mulch.
what you meant.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah, the mulch.
Yeah.
on the tractor.
Yeah.
It flew everywhere.
Okay.
Next thing you know, cars are honking. I'm like, help! I'm still holding on for my life,
Wow.
man.
Okay.
It's a true story.
True story,
Can't
Jay.
believe
Hang
that
on one
happened.
second.
Jay needs to be a commentator for those racing dogs.
My man said, pottery, no Harry.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I want
Not
to
a
use
fairy
it.
tale, no Harry Potter, I think is what he meant. But he said pottery.
No
no
potter-
Oh,
No-
I was like, what does
no
that even
pottery
mean?
Harry.
No pottery.
No
Harry.
pottery Harry. Jay is an amazing storyteller.
Yes.
Because I was moving to the left. If you watch a live stream on our YouTube, you can watch it. I was steering to the left. And then I was steering to the right. And then I was holding on for dear life. I said, hey, my drywall that used to be mulch, but now it's drywall, is flying off my truck. Pottery, no Harry. But Jay, while I do love your storytelling, that didn't beat Melanie's story.
No, it didn't.
of
Melanie still wins.
finding
this,
the kidnapped.
The champ of the year with that story.
The kid that was kidnapped, maybe not kidnapped, I don't know. But if she would have told it your way, I would turn it to the left.
Yeah, we would
and I
have
would
just closed
turn
it out.
to the right. And then
She
I
had
would
a
hold
zip
it on
tie.
for dear life.
She could have been hogtied.
But she was just running away
But
from
she don't know how to hold top people. Pottery, no Harry. Congratulations to Melanie. Apparently, tickets to see 21 Pilots at the Kia Center September 11th. See, now we're off the rails a little bit with nobody here to take
It's all right.
everything back
We'll
where it
be
needs
fine.
to go. Wednesday morning, 8:35 in Johnny's house. In a couple of minutes, going to come back and talk about this story that Ray pointed out. Now, I have quit my job in spectacular fashion before.
Of course you have.
But this is for people that don't want to do that.
Yes, these are people that are staying at their jobs because they don't know how to quit.
Oh, man, I'll tell you all about how to quit. I'll give you a whole manual on how to quit. We'll find out the story in just a couple of minutes. It's SZA and Saturn. It's Wednesday morning, 8:35 in Johnny's house on XL 106.7. SZA and Saturn, XL 106.7. Wednesday morning, it is 8:38, and you are listening to Johnny's House. 90 today, going to feel like it's 100 with a 70% chance of rain. Ray and I both saw this story this morning. Some people keep their jobs because they don't know how to quit their jobs.
Yeah, so like they don't like confrontation whatsoever. And so what they're saying is that there are some people that like fantasize about quitting their job, but then there's
I think a lot of people do that.
Yes, but then there are some people that actually stay at their jobs longer because they just don't want the conflict or they just don't know how to quit. So, I mean, there's a couple of companies that are coming about, like emerging in Japan, that will actually quit for you. And they do it in like a nice way. They'll negotiate the details. They'll tell you when your last day is going to be. They'll actually tell the company, you know, this is how I plan to return the uniforms and the equipment. And the company in Japan is doing all of it for you.
Okay.
So it's people that don't have like confrontation that are going to do this.
So I know, like in Japan, I think they don't like confrontation.
No.
So I can see how that would be huge.
Yeah.
I think here people crave confrontation.
Absolutely.
So I don't know that would work. You know what? No, I think it's. I take that back. It's like probably literally one side or the other. There's people who love it.
Yeah.
And there's people who are petrified of it. And so maybe those are the ones that you hit up and they're like, look, I'll quit for you.
I don't know.
That takes out all the fun of quitting, I feel like.
I've done a no call no show, and that's how I've quit once.
Okay.
But I've never really like quit. I've put in my 2 weeks before, and that was it.
Yeah. I mean, I quit my job. I've told the story before on the air. again, Circuit City back in the day. It was Circuit City, if you don't know, because it's gone. It's been gone a while. It's out of business. Probably because I quit, it went out of business because I didn't stay.
Of course.
It was like Best Buy before Best Buy was huge. It was like a retail spot, but they had like actual salespeople that sold you the stuff, and they had managers on the store. We worked in the warehouse.
Is that where 40-Year-Old Virgin worked? Circuit City?
Very similar.
Okay.
Smart Tech.
I always think
so
of
I was,
you.
I was them.
Okay.
With the gray shirt in the back.
Yeah.
That was me. And so we used to be just like that. I see these movies and it cracks me up because we had like the Warehouse Olympics. We did stupid stuff in the warehouse. But it got to a point where they were going to eventually fire my friend and I. And we found out because we had friends in the management side of things. But there was a holiday weekend coming up. And they were going to work us every day the holiday weekend first because so other people could have off and then fire us when we came back on Tuesday.
Wow.
But we had friends in the management side, so we knew it was
Shout
coming.
out to the friends.
So we decided to, on the night before the holiday weekend started, super busy. We had duties in the warehouse that you were supposed to do every night to close the warehouse. And our other job was to, when someone bought something on the floor, the ticket would print in the warehouse. We'd go pull it and put it out front. You'd come get your stuff, and that's how it worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the last maybe 3 hours of the night, we stopped pulling tickets because usually people buy stuff and then they shop around the store some more, and then on their way out they come get everything.
Yeah.
So the tickets are just falling off the printer like a waterfall.
And you're just watching
and
them?
we're just chilling. We didn't do any of our closing duties that we were supposed to do, nothing. And so it gets to be the end of the night, and there's tickets for big screen TVs. There's tickets for washers and dryers, all kinds of stuff because we had a loading dock. And so the line starts to back up at the front, like, where's our stuff?
Were you not stressing out by this?
We knew we
I
were
love
quitting.
it. Yeah.
So we didn't care. So the managers come around and they have their little coats on and everything. And they come around and they're like looking at like, what's going on? You know how a manager would do, like, well, what's the meaning of this? And they see me and my boy Jason. We're just leaning up against the wall in the back. And they're like, we need to pull all of this stuff. And so about that time, we walk around out of the front, and they're standing out front. Customers are cussing and screaming, and they're like trying to figure out what's going on. And we pull our Circuit City shirts off. We have our wife beater shirts on.
Oh my God!
And we're like, hey, we're gonna take off. And they're like, what do you mean you're gonna take off? Like, yeah, we quit. And he's like, and some of the people in there start cheering because they're like happy. Other people are mad as hell because they want their stuff.
Of course.
So we actually just went into the parking lot and grabbed a beer and sat on the hood of the trunk of our car and watched the managers for the next hour and a half have to load stuff in their suits.
Most savage, like
they had to pick, they were trying to load TVs.
I feel like that should be a movie.
Washers and dryers.
Definitely be a movie.
And then the next day they're like, you guys are fired. We're like, dude,
nah, we quit.
We quit. Like, you watched us quit. If you could give me the surveillance video, I'd love to see it.
It's almost like they were keeping you around for an extra 24 hours just to be the ones to say that we are firing you.
Yeah, no, we didn't go back. So yeah, so we don't need that company. But there are some people that don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They don't like that kind of stuff.
No, because there's some people that are like, oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings, or I don't know how to do it, or I don't, they overthink it.
Right. You can do it just like I did in spectacular fashion.
But I don't think I could ever like quit a job unless I knew I had one ready on the other side.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's the professional way.
Of course.
That's the smart way
that's
of
the smart
doing
way.
it.
But see, it all timed out perfect. My friend Jason did have another job that he had lined up, and I was moving to Texas for college.
Yeah.
In 3 months.
Yeah.
So I honestly didn't care. I had already said, "Hey, Ma, it's cool. I stay with you for 3 months till I move." So I'd already set it up.
The way that I feel like I would quit, it would be like the Anetta, the trendsetter that we always talk about. She's
Anetta, the mood setter.
The mood setter. I always get it wrong, but I feel like she is an old school DJ that quit on the radio. I mean, we would never be allowed to do that. The manager would come in, or like our boss would come in within like 2 seconds of us quitting on the radio. But like she quit the right way.
Yeah, we'll play that on the other side. So if you are ready to quit your job, or you have been ready to quit your job, but you just won't because you're not confrontational, or how did you say, you know what, I'm quitting this itch? And you just decided to do it. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XO Mobile 41067, and hit send. Social media, you can do it on the live stream. There's companies now that will quit your job for you if you feel like it's not something that you can do yourself. Have you stayed at a job because you just didn't want to be confrontational and quit? So we want to hear about it on Johnny's House. Teddy Swims, Lose Control, XL 1067 846. A Wednesday morning in Johnny's house, talking about this company that is going to quit your job for you because you don't like confrontation. I told y'all the savage story of me quitting my job. So I want to hear your stories. Or maybe you're just not confrontational and you wouldn't want to quit your job. Oh, by the way, someone asked to hear Inetta the Mood Setter. They said they would love to hear it. So I did trim it down because it is kind of long. So I'll give you a minute. This lady actually quit live on the radio, and it was huge back in the day. This is before social media, so she didn't really go viral. But she's a legend in radio. So her name is Inetta the Mood Setter, and she's already started her break when I jump in here, and she quits live on the radio.
I don't have to take it. I'm not a dummy. I know how to find another job. But I refuse to walk around people. You can say what you want to say about me. And if you see me on the street, I'll let you know whatever you want to know. But I refuse. For the last 6 years, I made $6 an hour. That ain't nothing. Oh. I just got a raise after 6 years. I know I'm qualified. And after saying this, I don't care if I ever get another job in radio, period. It does not matter to me. But Inetta will not be setting the mood at BLX no more. I refuse to walk around with people that'll speak to you. Hey, Inetta, how you doing? But then as soon as you walk by, that bitch, I will not do it to myself anymore. So if you're confused about what I'm saying, listen very carefully. I quit this bitch.
On the big stick.
She was great. Yes. Formatically, she was perfect, by the way. If you were going to air check her as her boss, she couldn't even be mad.
No.
She before you heard it, she promoted the morning show. She did all of her liners. She was actually perfect. So that was like the ideal quitting of a job. So are you too non-confrontational to quit? Have you quit? What's the story? Evan, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Man, I wish I had Inetta to quit for me.
I know, right? She should start a business doing that.
That same business they're doing now. But good morning, guys. For me, I'm not that I'm not confrontational. I just grew a relationship with my initial superior, my manager. I grew a really good relationship with, and then one or two coworkers. But like everyone in upper management above that, and the reps below me, they were all trash. And like I had no problem just walking out and leaving them. But with her, I just really felt bad because I knew what would happen because she was super loyal and she hated confrontation more than me. And I was like, man, if I bounce, she's going to be stuck with so much. She's put in so many years with that company. I put in 10, but I just couldn't do it no more, man. It's like, I'm younger than you, and like, how do I tell 55-year-old Brenda, I'm sorry that person hurt your feelings. This is the job you're in.
Yeah. It's hard to leave a job that has, like, good coworkers. Mm-hmm. That's definitely one of the hardest parts.
So how did you quit?
I tried to finagle and work out my PTO, and then they called me, and they're like, well, that's not going to work. So you either got to leave or come back.
So you made them break up with you.
Yeah. I said, all right, well, it's not, it's you guys, not me. So if you don't want me to go, then we'll call it quits.
Right.
It was one of those. But I just ended up turning in my equipment. I said, hey, it's not going to work out. I know, and it's just I gotta go. You guys are just not going to be good for me no more.
All right.
Wow.
Thanks for calling, man.
No, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
See, that's the grown-up way to do it. I was much younger when I did it, by the way. I was 21 years old.
No, man, I feel like you could still get away with something like that. That's savage,
Yeah,
B.
no, I mean, I would be very Inetta if something happened here.
Yes. Oh, that's what I'm saying. You catch us on the street, we'll tell you whatever.
I'll tell you whatever you want to know. But I refuse. I ain't no dummy.
$6?
Hey, I ain't too far off. I ain't going to lie to you. Sylvia, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So the way I quit, I used to work for a big company. We know them. Their mascot is a whale. But I used to work for them a couple of decades ago, and I was about 8.5 months pregnant. They were in the middle of a show. They asked me to do something. I couldn't do it. I had restrictions. I was like, you know what? I ain't doing this in the middle of a show. I walked out.
Oh, okay.
I walked out.
Well, I mean,
good for
you got to take care of yourself. At that point, you're 8.5 months pregnant.
What was the job?
Yeah.
Oh, be careful.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind.
It's okay. So it was crowd control as well as interact with the show itself.
I'm sure you don't want to do that at 8.5 months pregnant.
No, it's hot, too.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody does that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I side with you on this one. I get it. Again, though, they broke up. You made them break up with you, basically, which is fine because that's what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It was, but then again, it was my husband telling me, you know what, either you go or you lose the baby. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm just going to walk out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah, you got to do what
Just
you got to
walk
do.
out. That's all I did is I walked out, and I got like a call the next day. Hey, did you work yesterday? Really?
You're like, a little bit.
You should have said, yeah, I was there. Hello. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Ray, do you have anything over there on the social media?
A lot of people that do stay at their jobs just because it's like the whole conflict situation, and a lot of them do have friends with management, and so that's why they've stayed longer than they're supposed to.
Yeah, someone on the XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland Interact need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call Attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they quit their fast food job. They wrote on the manager board, "Kiss this," and then mooned everyone.
Okay, let's go.
And then shook their booty and said, "Would you like fries with that shake?" I think you're making that up.
I was going to say, that sounds made up.
But it was very entertaining, so I appreciate it.
That's good.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
XL.
Live from our Farrah and Farrah studios. If you've been injured, make it a Farrah fight. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. XL 1067, Orlando's #1 hit music station. WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword music to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info, standard data, and message supply in this nationwide contest. That's music to 200-200.
This is The Weekend.
Hey, it's Olivia Rodrigo.
Johnny's House, mornings. Orlando's #1 hit music station all day.
1067.
Orlando.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so summer is winding down, and I know a lot of people were talking about like the song of the summer, but now Billboard has released their official 2024 songs of the summer.
Okay.
Do you want to take a guess? I don't know if you saw this article already.
I did not. So, well, I mean, I guess I could just go with what I think.
Yes.
So I think Morgan Wallen and Post Malone.
Yeah,
of course.
That's
what I
number
think.
one.
But that's one of my favorite songs. So.
Post
Shaboozey.
Malone, Morgan Wallen, I Had Some Help is number one.
Okay.
Shaboozey.
Shaboozey, a bar song, excuse me, a beer
thing.
song.
Beer bar, same thing.
A bar song, Tipsy, is number two.
I could see that.
So those are good.
$1 Million Baby's got to be in there.
Yeah.
Tommy
$1 Million
Richmond.
Baby is number 5.
Okay.
Johnny's favorite song, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, is number 3.
So,
Taylor Swift has to be in there.
That was definitely one of the biggest songs of the
Yes.
summer. That's just not a summer song to me, but I know people. I like the song, but to me, it's not a summer song. But I know.
Sabrina Carpenter, number 4, Espresso.
I can see
Of
that.
course, yeah.
She comes in at number 6 as well with Please, Please, Please.
Oh, she got 2 on there. Okay.
Cozier, Too Sweet.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I guess these are big songs in the summer.
Yes.
What about Doja Cat? Is she in there?
Nope. Teddy Swims, Lose Control.
Let's go.
See, I have a different vibe. I feel like if it's
So-
not a fun song, it's not a summer song.
And I see what you're saying. It's got to be like upbeat and
It's
like
gotta
all
be
that.
fun to me
Yeah.
to be a summer song. They're saying biggest songs of the summer.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes. So these are the top 10 songs from Memorial Day to Labor Day. So that
Okay.
is what they base these off. This is what they're saying is the summer. But it's worth mentioning that for a second year in a row, country has dominated the top 2 spots. So
Okay.
country, Shaboozey, Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, number 1 and 2. But to finish out the list, Teddy Swims, Lose Control, Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather, which is a slower song, but
Again,
it is one of
and
the biggest songs.
I like it. It's just to me, that's
It's
not a banger.
one of
That's
my
not a summer banger.
Freaking favorite songs. I love that song. Benson Boone, Beautiful Things is number
Again,
10.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good list. It's like if you're
Those
going to
are
look at the playlist, it's
all
great.
good songs, but like to me, song of the summer, you gotta get up and sing along with it and have a good time. And
Yes. Yeah.
That's just
So,
what do I know?
I don't know if you you know a lot of things, Brian. Give yourself credit. There's a lot of people that watch did you ever see the 1,000-Pound Sisters?
I did.
So it's like they're very popular, very famous for like their reality show and everything. Well, Amy Slayton from the reality show 1,000-Pound Sister had a very awful but eventful Labor Day. I don't know if you saw this. She went to a Tennessee safari park with her 4-year-old and 2-year-old. And at some point during her visit, she claims that she was bitten by a camel.
I could see that.
She was bitten by a freaking camel.
Camels are aggressive.
They are. But while she was there being treated, park employees noticed a suspicious smell and found pot and mushrooms on her. So she had a very awful Labor Day with her kids, and she I don't know. It's just unfortunate. It's an unfortunate thing of events that happened for her back to back, but
Yeah.
that sucks for her. Corey Taylor's wife, did you see this?
No.
She's going viral right now. So Corey Taylor is from Slipknot.
Okay.
So a big band, but she went social media crazy.
I did not see this.
She was basically calling out all of these women that supposedly tried to steal her husband verbally by name.
Like famous people?
Name dropping them.
No.
I guess there was one girl named Violet. She's in a punk band called Destroy Boys. I don't know.
Okay.
But the fact that she is out there going viral right now because she's calling all these women home records and garbage eaters, and
I was going to say, for her to kind of put something on blast like that, something happened.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're getting a divorce, and so
Okay.
she was saying all these things about just all these women that are trying to steal her husband and like previously who have tried to steal her husband before. And so she is just going off right now. If you see it on social media and if Alicia pops up on your social media, it's because this is her.
Yeah, she's like, I have nothing to lose at this point. The divorce is happening. I'm going to say what I want to say with my chest.
Yeah, so, and she even claims that Violet has even tried to worm her way into the camps of Blink-182, Seven Dust, and Creed.
Oh, she's a groupie.
She's a groupie.
She's one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, I just love when people name drop.
Yeah.
They just reach people or
Spill
call
the
out people on
It's
by
pretty
name.
funny. A lot of celebrity updates. If you missed them all, you can check them out on the podcast. We've been talking all morning about this big Taylor Swift weekend that we're hooking somebody up with. We are going to find our winner in about 3 minutes after Chapel Row. It's Good Luck, Babe. It's on XL 106.7, Johnny's house on a Wednesday morning.
It's fine. It's cool. You can say that we ain't nothing, but you know the truth. And guess I'm the fool with their arms out like an angel through the car sunroof. I don't wanna call it off, but you don't wanna call it love. You only wanna be the one that I call baby. Cause I'm the boys and boys. Shoot another shot to stop the feeling. You could say it's just the way you are. Make a new excuse, not a stupid reason. Go away, well, go away. Yeah, to stop the world, just to stop the feeling. Go away, well, go away. Yeah, to stop the world, just to stop the feeling. Cliche, who cares? It's a sexually explicit kind of love affair, and I cry. It's not fair. I just need a little love, and I just need a little hair. Think I'm gonna call it art, even if you call it love. I just don't love someone who calls me baby. Cause I'm the boys and boys. Shoot another shot to stop the feeling. You could say it's just the way you are. Make a new excuse, not a stupid reason. Go away, well, go away. Yeah, to stop the world, just to stop the feeling. Go away, well, go away. Yeah, to stop the world, just to stop the When you wake up next to him in the middle of the night with your head in your hands, you're nothing more than his wife. And when you think about me, all of those years ago, you're standing face to face with I told you so. You know I hate to say I told you so. You know I hate to say, but I told you so. Cause I'm the boys and boys. Shoot another shot to stop the feeling. You could say it's just the way you are. Make a new excuse, not a stupid reason. Go away, well, go away. Yeah, to stop the world, just to stop the feeling. Go away, well, go away. Yeah, to stop the world, just to stop the feeling. Yeah, to stop the world, just to stop the feeling. Yeah, to stop the world, just to stop the feeling. You have to stop the world just to stop the feeling.
Chapel Roan on XL 106.7, Wednesday morning, 9:09. You are listening to Johnny's House. So we've been talking about this Taylor Swift contest. And I've been seeing all the stuff on social media because I've been out sick. So it's a pretty big Taylor Swift weekend we're hooking somebody up with.
Yes, it is a huge deal. So we've teamed up with Brightline, which they're going to give you a round trip to Fort Lauderdale and back from Fort Lauderdale. It is the Taylor train. So there's going to be a lot of like different things that you're going to do on the Taylor train. We're going to have like Taylor music, Taylor friendship bracelets, and all that stuff. But then you're going to get a 3-night stay at the W in Fort Lauderdale, which is a stunning hotel. It is beautiful. But on top of that, This day, the Brightline train, there's going to be so many different festivities. There's going to be like a drag queen Taylor Swift brunch.
That'll be cool.
There's going to be a midnight after party.
Okay.
There's going to be a Taylor Swift karaoke.
And the W Hotel's beautiful.
Yes. There's going to be like a t-shirt and friendship bracelet bar where you can make your own like Taylor Swift merchandise. So it is a full...
This is like a full Taylor experience.
Extravaganza.
That we're going to hook you up with. So on Instagram, people just had to go and tag the friend they want to take.
Yep.
And make sure you're following us and they're following us. That's the trick.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of hoops you got to jump through, but I think that's very small.
It's easy. You should be following us
Considering.
anyways because we hook you up constantly.
All the time.
Right.
All the time.
So we've got a couple of potential winners on hold.
Yes, we do.
Going to randomly grab one.
Oh.
We'll go with this one. XL1067, good morning. Who is this?
This is Andrea.
Andrea, you're going to go check out the Taylor Swift weekend at the W.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yay!
It is pretty exciting.
Amazing.
It is pretty
Do you have
exciting.
tickets to the show?
No, I don't. But
Okay.
I'm going to work really hard to get some now.
Yeah. I was going to say, we don't have tickets for you to the show, but like you have the full-on Taylor Swift extravaganza like experience. It's going to be so cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This
Yeah.
is going to be so amazing.
It's going to be a good time. I expect a friendship bracelet out of this at the friendship bracelet making
Seriously.
station. I'm just saying.
I got you. I got you.
Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So super easy. All you got to do is follow us. Make sure your friends following us. Tag us.
Yes.
And boom. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so excited.
All right. Well, congratulations. We're excited for you.
Yeah, and good luck picking your +1 because that's going to be a battle to fight.
She already knows. She's listening right now with my sister. She's the one who was like, we have to enter this. So
Okay.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Fans. She listens every morning. We're so excited.
Well, we
can't
appreciate
wait.
it. We thank you so much for listening, and you guys have a great time. And even if you don't come up with tickets anyway, this is like the next best thing. So.
Yeah, for real.
It really is. I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
So yeah, it's
Tickets
gonna
or
be
no tickets.
a great time. Well, congratulations and thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Have fun.
Stay on the line.
That easy. All you got to do is follow instructions, basically.
Yeah.
Anytime something big happens, we hook you up. We still need to know what is trending. Nerese, what you working on?
Ooh, it looks like UCF football is doing something big in the community, and they're going to bring it to the field.
All right. Find out what it is next. Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile, XL 1067. It is 9:16 Wednesday morning. You're listening to Johnny's House. It's going to be around 90 today. It's going to feel like it's 100, and it's a 70% chance of rain. Norris, what's trending?
Yes, we were talking about UCF. September, we just dipped into it, is Pediatric Awareness Month, and UCF football, the team, they made a trip to an Orlando hospital to hang out with some of the kids, shows the support for pediatric awareness. And during the visit, the kids, they all got the chance to color in the UCF logo. And now the football team, they're going to take all those colored UCF logos and they're printing it on the helmets. And they're going to wear it for the first time for a regular season on the field. Because they've done something like this once before.
They did it last year for something.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the logos. They were really cool looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's super cool. They do have it up on their social media pages if you want to check it out. But that's definitely a super community way to kind of support and show awareness for pediatric.
UCF with their uniforms, man, they are legit.
They look so good. The space ones, my favorite.
Every year they come out with something new. They had the black drip for their opening game.
Yeah.
And look, I'm unapologetically a Hurricanes fan, so obviously that comes first to me. But following that, I love UCF as far as a football program because I'm from Orlando. And I had a cousin who played for them back when nobody went, like years. I'm talking like 30 years ago, 40 years ago when they were tiny. So watching them grow has been really cool. But their uniform game has always been super tight.
It's the colors too.
And it's really cool to do that for the kids because when you see it on the helmet, it looks really cool.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen this, Instagram came out with a brand new feature yesterday where you can now add a comment on other people's stories. So if you're a social media person, you understand where I'm going with this. Basically, when you put up a story on your page, if it is public, anyone can write a comment just like as you would if it was a regular post or if it was a reel. But seeing as it's a story, there's like a little bubble at the bottom and you can type in a comment and it'll show up on the stories where, let's say, Ray, you go into my story, you can see that Brian left me a comment on my stories.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I'm contemplating on whether I like it or not.
I don't like that. The big draw to me for stories has always been I can post this and I don't have to deal with interaction.
Yeah. But I think you could still...
You still can.
Do the private DMs,
Yeah.
but I think it's a good way to, be seen.
Yeah, because it does, and it also gives the user the option to remove that comment as an option for anyone. So if I put a story up and you comment on it, can everyone see that comment that watches the story? If I put it up on the public one,
yes,
yeah,
see, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like because to me that's the draw of stories is I can put this up here and not have to sweat moderating.
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, it's great when you're using it for client type stuff. Even I mean, if we're going to be honest about what we do, then now I have to worry about maybe you had a bad experience and you want to yell at somebody. Now you're going to be all up on my stories talking junk.
Yeah, let's see how this turns out. It's just social media trending, just trying to stay on top of it.
Trying to be friends with people because he got in trouble because he was using the White House was using them to suppress information. I know what you're doing, Mark Zuckerberg.
Forbes, they came out with a list of the most educated cities in the U.S., and these are studies that they were looking at people who are their educated levels. They're including dropouts, graduate's degree, and so on. So we're looking at number 10, North Carolina, Raleigh. Thank you. Number 9, Reno, Nevada. Number 8, Cleveland, Ohio. 7 is Austin, Texas. 6 is Phoenix, Arizona. 5, San Diego, Cali. 4, San Antonio, Texas. 3, St. Petersburg, Florida. 2 is
That's
Arlington.
the most educated, St. Petersburg?
Yeah,
Really?
number 3. Arlington, Virginia is number 2, and Atlanta, Georgia is number 1. Yeah.
Wow.
I can see Atlanta. Georgia Tech is in downtown Atlanta,
Yeah,
so
that's
I can
true.
see that. But
St. Pete.
Yeah.
St.
We
Pete,
got
though.
smart people in Florida. Let's go.
What is that, USF?
USF is over there,
Yeah.
Downtown St. Pete. Yeah, I mean, it's in that area. Okay, cool. All right. Well, it is Wednesday. We are going to do adult conversation against my better judgment without Johnny here to moderate. Not sure why I would do that, but we're going to do it coming up. Just a couple minutes. It's Johnny's house. Orlando's #1 hit music station. It's XL 1067. Wednesday morning, you're listening to Johnny's House. It is 9:24. Every Wednesday, we do it. We get together and we talk about adult type stuff called Adult Conversation. Now, we do code it. So, if kids are listening, at this point, they probably shouldn't be. But if they are, at least you have to explain the code, and then that's on you to figure out how to code it up even better for yourself. So we can do call going to the movies. And we always, Johnny started doing this probably, 6 months ago, telling people whose topic it was. I don't know why he started doing that and putting people on blast. But this one came from Ray, and there's actually a story behind it. So, Ray, what is the topic? And please tell me the story.
So the topic is, do you keep track, like weekly, monthly, daily, whatever, of how many times you go to the movies? So, like, it could be, like, even Nerys, if you are single, but you still want to keep track of your movie-going experiences.
Do you have, like, a scorecard, like a tally card?
So, if you didn't... If
you put it in your phone? You have, like, an app or something?
Actually everybody does.
Yes.
Everybody does.
Everybody but me?
If you, yes,
I
you
feel
do.
like this is more like a girl thing.
If you have an iPhone, the health app, you open it up and it says sexual activity, and you can keep track of your sexual activity.
But not everybody does, is what I'm saying. You said, everybody does.
But everybody has an app.
I wasn't even talking about that app.
Reese got her own app that she downloaded.
Yeah, so you can keep track of like your menstrual cycle, everything.
Pretty
but
much,
you can keep track of your movie going experiences.
Okay, so you go in your phone every time and you mark it down.
I do not. My girlfriend might.
Really?
She does, actually. It's not a might. She does. She does keep track, and
you put notes next to it? Like,
well, she had to figure out how to put in multiple movie-going experiences in a day, because sometimes she was like,
Excuse me.
Ray.
Excuse me, super freak.
She goes, I have to figure out how I can put a mark on a day more than once. And I was like, yeah, you do.
Wow.
So, yeah, but I didn't know that this was like a thing until like a couple of months into our relationship. And she was like, oh, yeah, we went to the movies, blah, 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 blah.
I've done that before too, Ray,
Keep track?
No.
Oh, multiple times?
Yes.
You're still stuck on that?
I mean, it was only a couple of times, but still.
Good for you.
If I
were you on vacation?
If I were to put it in my app, I would have to put down 3 times for one day.
Oh,
if I did those kind of things.
Yes.
But I don't do those kind of things. Crazy, I'm a scorekeeper, and I don't keep score on that.
You should.
I used to, but for negative reasons. When I felt like my wife and I we weren't getting along back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, this is pre-separation, and I felt like, maybe there was tons of movies to be seen, but I wasn't seeing none of them. I used to keep track. But then once we got back together after our separation, I never really kept track.
Wait, right. So wait, why does your girl keep track?
What is the purpose for you?
I think it's just because either we can like outdo ourselves the next month, or if we're slacking and she's like, we haven't done it in like a week and a half.
Yeah, but like that could cause problems, because if you're like, no, and then she could be like, it's been a week and a half. Look, I have it right here.
No, it's not a pressure thing. It's not like a pressure thing. It's kind of just like, I wonder why I'm so angst. Maybe it's because I have a little built up of frustration.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, well, for me, it's because I mean, you said it, it's menstrual cycle. Like,
so you do keep track.
Well, there's an app that for your menstrual cycle. Hello, I'm a woman.
Stop saying it.
I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say.
Your lady time.
My lady time, yeah.
I'm just
but then
kidding.
that also includes.
You're using the scientific term. I'm an idiot.
That also includes all the other lady times, because whenever I go to my doctors every once a year, it's like important to kind of keep track of these kinds of things, because you just, when you start doing movie things, you do movie things
without another boy in the room, and I'm not sure I like it.
I know. I was gonna say this is a little weird for you, isn't it?
It's a very weird for me.
Well, imagine being a girl.
So, it's usually 2-on-2 up in here. Now it's 2-on-1.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you track and keep track and I call it score.
I'm surprised you don't.
How often I just don't think anything good can come out of it, right? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So do you keep track? I do have one pair of tickets left to see Porter Robinson Friday, September 6th at Edition Financial Arena. If you'd like those, we'll hook you up with that. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Are you putting this? We don't put this.
On social media?
On social media. No,
we got so many perverts.
Y'all get too dirty. We can't be doing that. But if you'd like to hit the XL Mobile 41067 and hit send, you could do that. Do you keep track? It's Adult Conversation Wednesday morning on Johnny's House. Nicki Minaj, XL 1067, Wednesday morning, 9:39, and you are listening to Johnny's House. Going to be around 90 today, going to feel like it's 100, and it's going to be about a 70% chance of rain. Adult Conversation every Wednesday. We talk about grown folks stuff, and Ray brought this up this morning. Do you keep track? Like I have a little chart, like you pull it out and
A
then
little
you
app.
make a little mark on it on the wall like you're in prison, and you're counting down the days. Do you do that every time you go to the movies? And Ray does. We had a few people that wanted to call in but couldn't call in because they're at work, but they did text the XL Mobile. So you're not alone, Ray.
I know. I saw that. I saw.
Someone said yes. Someone else said hells no. Someone said they've been on and off with a guy for 9 years, and they have every single time, minus the first 5 months.
See?
So they weren't keeping track in the first 5 months, I guess. And there are some people who use their lady time tracker. Which is what I call it because I'm juvenile and I don't like to hear the scientific word.
The M word?
Yeah. So it looks like a lot of people do. I mean, I guess good for you. Great.
I
Wonderful.
feel like it's super important, at least for the sake of your health. Like that's definitely that's the reason why I do it, because it is a part of that health app in general. But I mean, if you're keeping score like Ray's girl, I mean, more props to you.
Just so.
Ballpark, Ray. How many notches did you put on the calendar in a month?
Girl, come on now. Where you at right now? It's only September.
I just asked
I mean,
her
just
what
ballpark.
last month was.
I don't want you to
'cause
get
it's a
too
new month.
personal. I mean, I don't want to be that dude that gets too personal with you.
Now, what's
but
the average of
we've known each other a minute.
I don't know.
I know your girlfriend.
She's
I'm
the
friends with
one-
her.
I know. She's the one that keeps track.
I mean,
just
we
asked
talking
her.
like
once a day,
15. We talking about
No.
30, 40.
half the month.
We talking like 60 some months.
No.
What are we doing? We ballparking it on average.
10 days.
Oh, last month was horrible.
Oh yeah.
She just texted me last month. Yeah.
Oh wow. Last month you didn't hit the quota, huh?
No, we didn't.
Wow. No bonus.
We gotta step it up.
Man,
Gotta step it up.
You got some work to do. Well, okay. Ballpark.
Are you really gonna make me say a number?
Because I want to know what you
wait.
consider not good.
If she does it, then you do too.
What do you think is not good?
I don't have mine to keep track.
Okay.
I can guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What do you think is not good?
What is not good, or what is mine for? I can guess what August was for me. If you
Okay.
give me a second to do some math, talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
I will
So
gladly
Maurice.
say my August was empty.
Was empty nothing?
Well, because I was freezing.
Oh
my
yeah,
ass.
you were doing a lot of things, so I could see.
Yeah, my body was going through some things, so I took a.
You had a reason why.
Yeah.
So like my 19-year-old roommate gets in the way sometimes because we got to work around his schedule.
Yes.
Because
Okay, so
it's my
what
son,
was your
by the
month?
way. I'm gonna say probably for the month of August I'm gonna ballpark it at 9.
Okay,
B.
that's good. That's,
All right.
That's,
So
we did 14 last month.
Let's go.
Oh, excuse me.
But and that was
And,
not
and you said
good.
that's an off month.
It is.
Okay.
Wow,
Hey.
Ray.
Oh, okay.
I'm a fan. Okay. I support these moves.
I thought
Me
9
too.
was a good month for me. Okay.
9 is great. I mean, like you said, you have a 19-year-old at home, and I'm like in a co-parenting situation, so every other week, and I don't have my children.
And you don't. Never mind. Before I get myself in trouble and I'm the only one here and I ain't got Johnny to bail me out. You know what?
No.
Let me just stop right now. You know what? Great job, Ray.
Thanks.
Pat on the
you
back.
too.
Gold star
High
for Ray.
five.
Gold star for
Yeah.
Ray.
I'm like upset that Johnny's not here now. I want to get into
I'm
the
upset
business.
that Johnny's not here right now. Flying solo on this. Okay,
He
well.
would be like, I did it 45 times.
And that was just on Wednesdays. He wouldn't say that.
No.
And that's not how he sounds.
No.
So if you keep track, great. Apparently it's good for your health. You can track your lady time and your movie time all at the same time.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Well, thank you for the people that did text in to agree.
Yeah. I
And
don't
not make me feel like crap.
know what else to say other than it's 9:43.
Yes.
Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso, XL 1067. It is 9:45. Johnny's house on a Wednesday morning, and it is time for us to ride up out of here.
Yes.
You guys did great today.
So did you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're flying a little different because Johnny's out today. So I've been out the last couple of days recovering from the COVID. I tested negative this morning and said, I'm going to work. So I came into work today. So just a couple of radio shows to do around here, and that's it for me, Ray. What you got?
I have the kids today. I'm going to the gym, and I just heard that there is a charcuterie board waiting for us from Gray's Craze.
Yep, over in Winter Park. They do really cool charcuterie boards.
Yes.
They do cheeses, breads, fresh fruits, obviously the meats. They also do sweets. And they deliver. And she said you could do same-day ordering, which is really cool.
Which is really cool.
You can win a $50 gift card at XL1067.com. But go check out Gray's Craze in the Winter Park. Nerese, what you got going on?
I'm going to be making my shmoney's.
Right
Doing
on.
some work around here, but my Wednesdays are looking like a full, might as well be a 24-hour work shift. So from here, going over to the spa.
Right
Nice.
on. Making some monies.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are done. We're going to hand it over to Ryan Seacrest. Don't forget, 1 o'clock this afternoon. Was it? Yeah, 9. 1 o'clock. Another chance to win your trip to Las Vegas for the iHeartRadio Music Festival with $1,000. And this is the last week to win, so you're going to want to win this week. That's it. Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
We'll hand it over to you at Shabuzi. The bar song is on XL 1067 in Johnny's house. All right, live streamers, we are headed out. I got some work to do. Hopefully you guys had a fabulous day, and I didn't do so bad. Hopefully Johnny's back tomorrow. We'll see. Peace out, G.